Hello, everyone out there. How are we doing today? Welcome to another live stream. Hello, Alex the Bold. We have K and S and B. Gary has just joined us. He just woke up and is groggy. I am kind of right there with you, Gary. I just got my coffee. It is sitting right here next to me. And I'm going to take a sip from it right now because I need it. Where's that coffee? Here we go. We will wait for a few minutes just to... Oh, now it just occurred to me, Gary. You just woke up, and it is nighttime where you are, so there must be a story there. Maybe you were working late or something like that. I just woke up because, as many of our listeners might know, I am in China, and so here in China, it is early in the morning, talking at 7:02 a.m. in Beijing. So, but no matter what, I'm excited to get going with this live stream. We got 3 people on so far. More are probably going to join us later, but we're going to go ahead and get going. And the first thing I'm going to do is recap what we just did. Okay, third shift. Got it, Gary. Bless you, man. And thank you so much for waking up and joining us. This is exciting. I think we're going to have fun playing through this game some more. Let's see. The last time we played through, we had a haunted house that had somehow come into our neighborhood and replaced our actual house just as we got home from school. And so we're walking through it and trying to figure out what's going on in here. Some of the house seems okay, kind of normal. Like this looks a little bit more like our room and our pile of toys and stuff like that. Other parts of the house are very crazy now. And the house has portals in it and secret passages that we found. And we had to run away from some slime that was barreling down the... what do you call it? Like a crawl space that we found underneath our kitchen sink. And a woman tried to get us to drink prune juice, and when we did, we died. So there's lots of crazy stuff that's going on in this house, and we just got to figure out what's going on. And it's all seemed to start when a moving van filled with lots of mysterious things crashed in our neighborhood and blocked the entire street. So once that moving van crashed in our neighborhood, blocked the street, we couldn't get home our normal way. We had to go an alternate way. But when we went to the moving van, we found lots of interesting items inside, and then made it to our house, and all kinds of crazy things are happening. We think this has to do with Slappy, which is the antagonist, I guess you could say, in one of the most famous of the Goosebumps novels, Night of the Living Dummy. He's a ventriloquist dummy that's come to life. And it seems like all this is Slappy's doing. We saw him, well, we didn't, but we saw in a cutscene, we saw him inside that moving van, and he's not there anymore. He did come into the TV. One moment we walked into the living room, the TV came on, scared the heck out of me. It was a major jump scare, and there was Slappy. So very, very exciting. Okay, so looks like we got 4 people on live now. Guys, give me a shout out real quick. Like I said, I saw Gary. I saw Alex the Bold, which I know there are like 3 people behind that one. People very near and dear to me. So love you guys, and thank you for joining. Looks like we might have a couple more in addition to that. Anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, just know that this is a continuation of our playthrough of Goosebumps the game. All right, Goosebumps the game is a game that came out in 2015 as a part of the Goosebumps movie that came out in 2015. And I'm Todd Coons. I'm from Two Guys and a Chainsaw Horror Movie Podcast. And what we do, especially during October, is we try to review movies that are Halloween-y. And this Halloween, we're reviewing a lot of movies that are very kid-friendly. And the very first movie that we reviewed on the first week of October was the Goosebumps movie from 2015, which stars Jack Black as R.L. Stine, the author. It's pretty cool. It was a fun movie. It's been really fun on the podcast. If you enjoy this stream, I think you would definitely enjoy our podcast. If you like horror movies, you would enjoy our podcast. And I think have a look down below. You can subscribe to Two Guys and a Chainsaw at chainsawhorror.com or anywhere that you find podcasts. All right, enough commercial. Let's get to the game. I'm sharing the screen right now from my Steam Deck. All right, this is what I played on. Like I said before, the whole reason I'm doing this is to do something fun for you guys during the Halloween season, try to get you in the spirit on a Friday night. Halloween's still a couple weeks away. But this game's pretty fun, and I noticed when I was going through my Steam Deck that I actually owned this game on Steam, so I'm going to make it bigger for you this time. I think the last time we did this playthrough, I made it a little smaller, and you couldn't see the screen as well. I now know how to fix that because this is only the second live stream that I've conducted on my own. So we're learning, we're growing, but here we are, and now we are bringing this up. Now I'm pulling up my comments here. Okay, if you guys are still there, please send me a message so I know we're still live. One thing I need to mention at the beginning of everything we do here is that I am in China, and as you know, China's internet is sometimes a little weird. And so if we do get cut off during this stream, please be patient. I'm going to start it up again, okay? All right, here is our intro, and hopefully we can load the game from where we left off. I'm going to try to crank up the music here so that you can hear it as well. Is that coming through okay for you guys, the music? The music's a little creepy, and what I love about this game is that it was released for a lot of different platforms, so it's very friendly for the Steam Deck and this portable device that we have. You can get it on Steam, you can get it on Switch, I think. You can get it on a lot of different systems if you're interested in this game and you want to have it. So, all right, thanks for letting me know we're still live and you guys can hear the sound. So, I think right now we're up in Mom's room, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take us through the inventory here again, all right? Because I think we need to remember what all we have, okay? So, let's see. Starting off here, I think this is our telephone, which we can use to call Mom or our brother, but Mom is away at some kind of work meeting, and Brother's not answering the phone. So that's something you might want to try, is calling them again and seeing if they finally pick up. We're alone in this house, alone with the monsters. Here is a key to our locker that we still have, which is odd because, you know, every time we've used a key so far in the game, it's disappeared. But the key to the locker remains. So I wonder if that means we need to go back to the locker at some point. We'll see. Here is a poster that we picked up in the woods. This was a poster about a missing dog. And every time we use it, we're just showing it to people like, hey, have you seen this dog? So maybe that'll come in handy later. Here is some weed killer that we used on a plant monster that was in the woods that we had to get by. Again, didn't disappear after we used it, so it makes me wonder if we're going to need to use it again. Here's a top hat that we found inside the truck. Here is a book. What is this book? This book is labeled Encyclopedia. Must be ancient. This is sort of a magic shrunken head that we found also in that truck. And it says it has olive skin, eyes, and mouth sewn shut. That shrunken head has a strange energy to it, and we held out this shrunken head in the woods to fend off a werewolf. So we've used that already. This is an old shoe that we found. I think we've just found it lying out in the street somewhere. These are coupons for ice cream. This is a dinosaur toy that doesn't belong to us, but we did find it in the backyard in our sandbox. Okay. Also, we've got a shovel. We have a toy truck that we also found in the sandbox. Right here is a key card. This is a key card for the Galleria Mall. We heard about Galleria Mall at some point in this game. When Slappy came on the television, I think there was a commercial or an advertisement for the Galleria Mall, or maybe he said something about meeting him at the Galleria Mall. So we'll see what that's all about. This is a very strange sponge that we found underneath our kitchen sink. And it seems to be moving or something, but something's not quite right about it. Here is a bottle of dish soap, and when we use this bottle of dish soap, it just, like, makes little bubbles go up. We haven't figured out a use for that. This is a bottle of purple stuff, a purple liquid, and the label's been torn off, so we don't know what's inside, but this is something that we found in the refrigerator. Also in the refrigerator, we found this jelly jam, which is a fruit preserves, also purple. There's a purple theme here. There's also this purple peanut butter. And the label promises all of the flavor, none of the color. This is a talisman, and it makes us feel safe, apparently. And this is a TV remote control. Now, we tried using this at the TV, and it just it didn't work. It didn't turn the TV on. The only time the TV turned on was by itself. Ooh. Slappy, thanks for asking. Who is Slappy? Slappy is a ventriloquist dummy that has come to life, and I think might be a little responsible for what we're seeing now. This is another book called So Many Horses. We found that. This is a dryer sheets that we found in the, along with this liquid detergent for washing clothes that we found in the laundry room. This here is an undeveloped photo paper, it says. We've got a screwdriver. We have a step stool. We have 2 chess pieces here. Now, I know that Devin on our last call thought that maybe we're missing a chess piece because we did come to a chess set. We're going to go back and visit that. This is finally a camera that we found, and this camera has 4 rolls of film in it. It's kind of weird, not really 4 rolls of film, probably 4 pictures we can take. Haven't tried taking pictures yet with it. This is just a container, an empty plastic bottle we could use to hold liquid, or just about anything, according to what it says. All right, almost through our inventory. This game is so crazy on inventory. This game has so much inventory of random things. These adventure games, they often have a lot of inventory in them. It's like, how do you possibly fit all this stuff in your pocket? Like, really, a step stool? Am I really carrying around a step stool with me everywhere? But anyway, photo we found doesn't look familiar or useful. These are tongs that we found inside the photo developing room, which is just off of the laundry room. Useful for developing photos, probably useful for some other things as well. This is a mirror, a hand mirror that we found in our bathroom. This here is clothing. Dirty, it says dirty clothes collected from our bedroom floor. And games. Old video games, including in a cartridge of our favorite, Adrift Off Vega. So, you're right, Gary. I'm not sure if we ever did try giving the purple liquid to the prune juice lady. And that kind of reminds me that, last time we were on here, I mentioned what playing these adventure games is like. And you got a taste of it during the last live stream. You go through the game. It's a story that, is unfolding as you make actions and choices. And along the way, there's lots of this stuff to pick up. There's all these inventory items. And if you've played a video game much at all, that's like this, a point-and-click adventure game, you know that all these items, most of them anyway, should become useful at some point. We're going to need to use them to get through. And so we've got to figure out creative ways to use these items to get through the story. We did. We tried to use the mirror. So here, why don't we just kick this off right here, especially for folks who haven't. We looked here at the toys, okay? Enormous stack of toys, dolls, stuffed animals, maybe even... Oh, no! A robot! So a robot emerges from the pile, and he totters towards you before pointing his laser blaster right between your eyes. You remember the toy from somewhere, the Annihilator 3000. You think, it doesn't seem like he's playing. So, here's the Annihilator 3000, and it seems like he's about to hurt us, maybe even kill us, unless we do something to him. So, we go through our inventory and we figure out what do we need to use on the Annihilator 3000 in order to save ourselves. And because it's a laser point, he has got a laser. And because we know the last time we did this, he pointed a frickin' laser at our head and zapped us and the game ended. We thought, okay, we have this hand mirror. Let's use the hand mirror on the toy robot. Makes sense, right? You won't be intimidated by a toy, it says. You chuck the mirror directly at its head, but it bounces off. All right, this is weird, guys. What I really wanted to do was hold up the mirror so that when its laser hits us, it bounces back at the toy. But guess what just happened? Shot a deadly laser beam in our direction. Bounces off. Fortunately, you only notice it for a split second before you die, and it's game over. What in the world, guys? So that's crazy. So now we know we can't use the mirror on the robot because all the game understands is that we just want to throw it at it. So this must not be the way, right, to kill it. Oh, no. So we're still not sure. I feel like we want to get into this toy pile, but the robot is keeping us from doing it. And right now, I don't have any other good ideas of how to get by the robot. Do you guys? Think about it. What I really wanted to do before we went into that little demonstration is go back through. You guys might have thought about some things like Gary had here. And I know K-Man himself, we had chatted about some things that we might want to try doing next time. And that's the fun thing about these video games is you can go online. You go to get some walkthrough of this game, right? And it'll tell you exactly what to do. But if you just follow a walkthrough, it's not fun, right? So we're going to puzzle through this like you're supposed to. And sometimes just sitting on it for a little while, thinking about it for a couple days, coming back to it, you get some ideas. So here's my list of things to try, all right, based on our last session, all right? We know we have a dryer downstairs that's running, and it seems to be something inside that we might want, and so we need to try to open it, but we couldn't turn off the dryer and we couldn't unplug it. So we do have a screwdriver. We could use the screwdriver to open the dryer. So I wanted to try that. The second thing I thought we could try is when we went into that photo developing room, I didn't try very hard to actually develop the photo paper. I kind of assumed that we needed to take a picture first, but maybe we can actually develop that photo paper. So let's go back there and try to develop that photo paper. Another thing is that there seems to be a password up here in this bathroom, right? Somebody mentioned that. Let's see. The bathroom is here, right off my room. Dad's computer is upstairs, and it says that when he's in the bathroom, he gets the idea for his password. I turned on the steam in this room. See how it's all steamy and steaming up? And I thought maybe, in this weird adventure game way, that the password was written, like, in soap on the mirror, so it would, show up. So, nothing's showing up. When you look at the mirror, let's look at the mirror really quick. It just says we look at ourselves, and at least you don't see any pimples. That's good. But one thing I didn't try was turning off the water. Maybe once the steam is gone, the password will appear, right? So let's turn the faucet. We turn the shower off. No steam, yeah? Now what's going to happen? Look at the mirror. You take a good look at yourself, fixing a few uncooperative hairs. At least you don't see any pimples. Okay, so that didn't work. So steaming up the room and letting the steam out didn't make anything appear on the mirror, so I guess something like that's not going to happen. But maybe we're going to find a reason to steam the room later. All right, so that might be significant. All right, so I'm going to check that off my list. Turning off the steam in the room was part of my list, and it didn't work. Okay, also we have those video games, and we know there's a game machine downstairs in the living room, so we should probably try that. All right. This is the laundry chute right here that leads to the laundry room. We could try tossing our clothes in there. We can also jump in there. You guys want to try jumping in there? Let's do it. Jump in the laundry chute. Oh, you're not going to risk that. Not today, it says. All right, so the game saved us from going in the laundry chute and falling down 2 flights to the laundry room. But we could try using our clothes in the laundry chute, right? So let's do that. Let's go over here to our clothes. Our dirty clothes are right here. Let's try using that in the laundry chute. You hold the clothes over the chute before letting go. It bangs against the chute walls on its way down. Okay, so that's something. So now maybe we can try going downstairs and washing the clothes, because we have the detergent and we have the dirty clothes. We could try that, okay? So that's on my list of things for us to try. And then a couple more things I remembered was and K-Man helped me out with during the time between 5 days ago and now, was we found that odd photo in the photo room, and there was a space on the wall that said it would be good for a picture. So we might try putting that odd photo on the wall and seeing if that does anything. All right, so we can try that. I wondered if we could maybe burn anything up in the furnace in the basement. We didn't try burning anything. I don't know if there's anything we have that we'd want to burn, but you guys could think about it. And then, because we have a stepladder, as we walk through the house today, let's look up at the ceiling or up high and see if there's anything up there that we can get to with the stepladder, all right? So let's give it a try, all right? Let's see. A dirty shoe. Do we want to try throwing the shoe in the laundry chute? I suppose we could. Let's try that before we get out of here, yeah? Let's try that. Dirty shoe. Okay. Let's just real quick use the old shoe. I suppose we could try throwing everything in the laundry chute, but that would take a lot of time. As much as you'd like to empty your entire bag into the chute for laughs, it might be better to go check on the last object before trying again. Oh, that's interesting. All right, guys. Now, you might remember that if we go through here, we end up not in our room, but we end up in the guest room, okay? Now that the screen's a little bigger since our last one, you can probably see things a little better in here. All right, so let's see. We'll look at the chessboard. Hello? Let's play the chessboard. Now, this was a game. Now, here is something that occurred to me since we've played it. Here's the problem. I'm not sure how bright it's showing up on your screen, but on my Steam Deck here, it's a little bit brighter. And what you can see here is that there are a few spaces on the board, okay, that have dark circles on them that I didn't see before. We have 2 chess pieces, but there are 3 dark circles on the board. When we look, the dark circles are here, and here, and here, okay? And when I look at these circles, well, when we look at the chessboard, it says, it appears to be a combination chess set and puzzle box. Maybe some of the spaces on the board triggered the compartment to open. All right. And we can look at the knight. Interesting setup. You think you could probably put the king in check. This is what it says about the knight. And I suppose the knight could put the king in check. If we can look at the bishop, and it says, okay, it all says this. All right. So, obviously, we want to put these chess pieces on the board, but there's probably a particular way to do it to put the king in check. So, I can take the bishop. All right, so Alex the Bold says bishop on the left side, rook in the middle circle, and missing piece on the 3rd spot. Okay, so we'll put the bishop here. All right, that worked. I'm sorry, that's the queen, not a bishop. You place the queen on the board, same difference. All right, so now the queen can attack here, so the king's not able to go there. If we put the rook on the middle spot. Oh, that's the camera. Nope. We don't want to use the camera. Let's use the rook on the middle spot here. I mean, that kind of makes sense. All right, you place the rook on the board, and now nothing's happened, and we still have another piece. So either we put those in the wrong spot, or we have another piece we need to use. And I think we just need to find another piece to complete this puzzle, okay? So, let's be on the lookout for chess pieces. One more as we go through the house. We're obviously not meant to solve this puzzle yet, okay? Hey, Steph! Howdy, howdy. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. You're up early, too, today. I hope you're feeling a little better. Speaking of feeling better, I'm going to have a quick sip of coffee before we leave the chess set. Catch up to speed, Steph. We threw the dirty clothes down the laundry chute, and we put 2 pieces on the board. The third thing we did was make the screen bigger this time around so that you can actually see it better. I don't know. I only learned that after I went back and looked at the live screen, how small that the screen was for you guys. So somebody should have said something. But anyway. All right. So I don't think there's anything more to do in this room. We also have a ghost person downstairs who we need to make go away. And this ghost seems to want music, he's what he said. He misses his music. And I thought that this right here was a boombox, cassette player or something, but it seems to be nothing because I'm unable to click it. So it's just a decoration and not going to be used in this game. Yep, fine pieces, exactly. All right. So here we are. We'll walk through the bathroom unless you guys have a better idea. I think the rug. Bathrooms have rugs so they don't slip. Let's see, here's another rug. Let's see if there's anything under this rug. Nope. Let's see if there's anything under this rug. This seems to be a proper game because where's the toilet, right? Why isn't there a toilet in this bathroom? Is that what we're sitting on right now? Like we're sitting on the toilet while we walk through here? Super gross. All right. Please go to the ghost, all right? Let's go check out the ghost. We might as well, yeah? So let's go back out into the hallway. Now, in this upstairs hallway is Dad's room. We went in there. This is the way to... Where is this the way to? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Dad's room. This was... Hear that noise? All right, that's the guest room, which we've already been to. Okay, and what is this other door? Oh, that's our room. Okay, so this is just like we can go back into our room. We can go into the guest room. Just to make sure. Yeah, that just leads us. It's another way to enter this room. Okay, so we'll turn and leave. All right. And I think that's it for upstairs here, right? Just those 3 rooms, plus the bathroom. All right. So we go out. All right, here's that staircase, and following K-Man's suggestion, I think I'm going to take this. Is this the old photo? The odd photo? I'm going to try using this odd photo on the wall. See what happens. Because it said there was a space. See? Blank space. You hold out the photo and ask, have you seen this person? There's no response. Okay, so much like the dog poster, this is what's happening. It just tells us we need to do that. Well, maybe this, if we develop what's ever on this photo paper, maybe that needs to go in this blank space. So we'll go check that out. All right, in the meantime, we are going to find this ghost. Just one ghost remains haunting the entryway. And let's have a quick look at it. All right, yeah, our character's really dumb. Why is it asking questions of a wall? All right, we look at him. It just says, ghosts aren't real. And we talk to him. Hello, how you doing, S? Oh, you're listening. Hey, Neil, how are you doing? I'm glad you're only listening and not watching because that would be horrible while you're driving, but I hope we can keep you company here. I'll keep talking, and you get to hear all this great music. The boy says, it's my favorite song. He says, I want to listen to it, please. So we got to play something for him, right? I guess we got to play some song. So we know we can go to the basement over here on the right. This is the basement, just real quick. It's dark, and there's a furnace here that's very hot, and there's this portal, which takes us to an area where, in case you haven't seen it, you can go to the different rooms in the house here. So we're standing at the foot of infinity, but actually, like this room, there's a door up here, and if we go into that door, I think that's going to take us to our room, okay? And then this door here was the side of that portal. You know what? There's something here. Did we look at this? What is this white thing? Looks like a printer. Furnishings, look. Mom must have redecorated recently. The style is supremely questionable. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think I clicked on everything in this room before. Yeah, I don't see anything here. And there are these toys. And we know, I mean, I think if we click on any of these toys, we're going to get that robot popping up at us again. So we probably don't want to do that. So we go back into this portal. We know that this portal room, the top one leads to our room. I think the one that we were into the basement, maybe this one? Oh, this one hasn't been revealed yet. It just says it cannot exist. So that's a door, a portal we have yet to find. We move here. Oh, H. Okay. Oh, H. Right. Okay. I said it's S every time you're going on there, so I'm not sure. But hey, H, nice to see you, my man. Glad you're joining us this time. Yep, that led us back to the basement. All right, so here we are. And we'll go into the closet. It says they're empty. Why are there boxes all over the room if the closet is empty? Good question. But there was nothing in these boxes. Oh, there's a portrait. Guys, I didn't notice this the last time. It looks like a large picture frame for hanging portraits. There's not a picture in it, though. Okay, so this is a picture frame without a picture. We'll take the portrait. We take the large frame. Aha! All right. I wonder if we can use the frame with another inventory item with this odd photo. You hold it up inside the frame. It looks pretty nice. You'll definitely keep this in mind for art class. Okay, so we don't use that photo in the frame. All right, fair enough. Now, we probably have to put a photo in the frame. Maybe the one that we develop. Or maybe we just put the frame on the wall and see what happens. What do you guys think? Let's give that a try. I mean, it's worth checking out, right? All right. So let's do that. First and second floors of the house. Let's grab that frame again. Here it is. And let's use that on the wall. Hold your breath, guys. You hold it up inside the frame. It looks pretty nice. You'll definitely keep this in mind for archive. Oh, come on. Game. Get a little more clever here. Have some different things to say when we try to use things. We realize it's not the right thing to do, but geez, we're not going to hold the frame up. We don't hold the wall up inside the frame, do we? Okay, but I think we probably need to maybe develop that picture, put it in the frame, yada, 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 stick it on the wall. All right, I noticed there's an entrance here to the right. You turn at the top of the stairs, heading across the landing. Oh, look at this, guys. A new location I didn't even notice last time. All right. The hallway crosses over the entry downstairs to the furthest reaches of the house. Ooh, and it looks so spooky. Looks so spooky. What is this place? There's more to this house, dudes. We didn't even see this last time. Or I didn't even see this last time because the game is too dark. All right, I got a problem with this game, and one of the big problems I have is that it's too dark in places. You don't know what to click. You can't see anything. And guys, it's not just your stream, all right? It's like here on my screen, things are really dark. All right, so there's wall paintings. It says, records of your family's many adventures. Somehow adventure always means hours in the car. Yep, me and my sisters would spend hours in the car traveling all the time. All right. What else can we click on? Oh, man, there's another door here. And there is a door, and I don't know if you can hear this or see this, but there's like something banging on the door every now and then and dust coming off of it. So there's clearly something behind this door. Should we try this door first? It doesn't have anything behind it. Also, I'm going to look at the rug really quick. Oh, just markings. Who made this? Oh, guys, these are deep scratches. Deep scratches that lead to this door. Should we check it out? What could have made those scratches that is behind this door? Let's look at it. Some kind of force has locked the master bedroom. There must be some important stuff in there. Yeah, H, I agree with you. We might want a jump scare. Let's try opening this big door. You try pushing, you try pulling, but nothing will open this door. It's being held shut by something on the other side. All right. All right, so that's not working. Let's try the door for the jump scare. Look at it. Weird. Normally, this hallway ends with a hatch up to the attic. But instead, there's a creepy door. Let's open it. The door opens, but not without some effort. The frame seems a little warped. Here we go. You pass through into the next room, dodging a bit of falling plaster as you pass through the doorway. It's just a dead end. The hatch in the ceiling should lead to the attic. Oh, this is dark, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but it's basically... I can barely see it on my own screen. But it's basically a room. See, my screen's a little brighter. It's basically a room. There's a little pipe on the side, and I'm going to click the pipe real quick. Look at the pipe. This pipe is the only notable feature of the room. It's seen better days. Also, it says I can hit the pipe. Let's try that. You slam your closed fist into the pipe. You hear ringing from the pipe and in your ears, and pain rings up your arm, too. You hear a dull grinding all around you. Is it coming from the walls? Hear that, guys? All right. There's a hatch on the ceiling, though, that leads to the attic. Let me click it. Look at the hatch. A small hatch in the ceiling leads to the attic above. It's too high to reach unaided. I think I know what we need to do here. I think we have this step stool. We can use the step ladder. Booyah! You place a step ladder beneath the attic hatch. Well, now we know what this... Okay, guys, that freaked me out. There was a loud noise. Did you hear that? It says there's no doubt about it. The room is shrinking. The room's shrinking, guys. Oh, my gosh. And I'm looking at the wall. If you didn't know any better, you would swear that the walls just moved. All right, we better get out of this shrinking room. Should we check the attic out? Let's open the attic door. You slide open the hatch. Guys, the wall just closed in some more. The walls are too close for comfort. There's little room to move around. All right, it sounds like we better get up into that attic fast. Here we go. Pull down. You pull down the ladder. The room's grown too small for you to fit. You attempt to stop the oncoming walls by wedging yourself between them, but it's a losing battle. Guys, we just got crushed. We just got crushed in a room with shrinking walls. All right, this is crazy, right? So, did we just spend too much time here? Do we just need to do this fast? It seems like every time we do a thing, like use the step ladder, it makes the walls move. Yep. And if we open this hatch, the wall moves again. And we want to go up there, but the only thing we can do is pull down the ladder, which we do. The wall moves in again. All right, now we can go up. As you scamper to freedom, the walls close around your foot. You struggle, but the grinding pull proves too much to bear. Guys, even though we could go to the attic, we couldn't get up there fast enough. Ha! Instead of hitting the wall hit you. You're right, Gary. All right, so that's crazy. I wonder if there's something we could use to prop the wall open? Like in Star Wars? Or maybe we just use the stepladder here and go away? Let's just... You leave the room. What if we go back into the room? All right. We're stepping into the shrinking room. Now, if we open the hatch on the ceiling. Room starts to move. Let's just leave. Maybe when we leave, the room just goes back to normal, yeah? You leave the room. Okay. Go back in. Oh, it's not really back to normal. That wall's still out there. We can try the hatch again. Pull down the ladder. It's moved in some more. Yeah, it's definitely going to crush us if we go back up. And we can't take our stepladder away again. I could try leaving the room and coming back in. Nope, that wall is really small still. And I'm sure if we try going back up into the attic, that's going to happen. What do you think, guys? Do we just leave this here and come back? Maybe there's a way to stop the wall from shrinking. Or maybe we hit the pipe? Let's try hitting the pipe. You slam your fist into the pipe, you hear ringing from the pipe in your ears, and pain rings up your arm too. Oh, that just made the room grow again. So it's like anytime we do something in this room, like we perform some action, each time that wall's going to slide over. So, yeah, we'll just leave. You're right, H. We'll leave. We'll come back to this later. All right. I've had enough dying for today. All right. We'll leave the room. We'll figure that out later. Now, we know that this door, something is holding it closed. Maybe we'll come back to that, too. Unless we could maybe, real quick, try our spade to pry it open. Let's see if that works. You jab with the spade at it ineffectively. Okay, so the spade's not going to open it. Well, at least we found a new area of the house to explore. We got a shrinking room, and we have a... we have only two directions we can go, up and down. So we'll go back down. This is the problem with this game, right? See how dark it is up there? The last time we played this, I didn't even notice that exit. The only way I noticed it is because I realized if you press the direction buttons here, you can easily see all the entryways and go between rooms. All right, so we're going to go back up this way. And I think somebody... Yeah, we can go outside, H. And I'll go back outside and show you what that looks like in a minute. Somebody had suggested we give this drink to this woman. I can't remember if we tried that or not, but let's try it. We'll use this purple stuff on the woman. She's not quite sure what to make of it. She grins sweetly to be polite. So, no, that's not going to do anything when we give the purple stuff to the woman. A couple things we can try here. Let's go to the hallway behind the woman. We know if we drink this prune juice, by the way, that we will die. And so we're not going to do that. Now we're in this living room where the clock is now moving. And the last time we made a ghost disappear by popping its birthday off this clock. It's kind of made that year disappear. We know we have this game machine. And now we have cartridges. Let's try the cartridges in the game machine, shall we? Use that over here. What will happen? Use games on game console. You aren't going to screw around with your vintage games. If the connectors bend, you have to do an entire breathing ritual to make them play correctly. That's crazy, right? Why do we have these games if it's just not going to let us use them in that game console? What possible use could we have for these games? Let's look at them one more time. Sorry, I think I just burped. Some old video games. Our favorite is called Adrift Off Vega. Is that the name of an R.L. Stine book? Is this just there to point to the name of an R.L. Stine book and be a fun little Easter egg for people? Adrift Off Vega? Do you guys know? Is anyone an R.L. Stine fan out there who can confirm or deny that? All right, we have this couch. We can sit on the couch. You better not. You're positive you'd fall asleep this time, and there's no time for napping. That's true. All right. Well, then we go into what I believe is a laundry room. I think. Yep. Laundry room. Okay. So we're in the laundry room. We toss our clothes down the laundry chute. That's the laundry chute up top. And see, something's shining down here. And I think it's meant to bring our attention to the basket. So we look at the basket. The basket's full of dirty clothes, but there's an object in there too. Maybe it fell out of the chute. All right. We'll search it. You dig through the laundry and pull out a mask. There's an unsettling energy about it, but you can't say no to a free mask, so you take it. Guys, why was this mask not there the last time? But when we drop our dirty clothes down the laundry chute, suddenly there's a mask there? This is some weird adventure game logic. But it could also be that like a magic laundry chute that like transforms into things? I don't know. Let's look at the basket one more time. It says it's full of dirty clothes. Yada, yada. Smell the basket. Should we smell it? Sniff, sniff. Ugh. Oh, Gary, good point. Maybe it was stuck in the chute. Maybe by throwing the dirty clothes down there, we dislodged the mask. Good point. It's odd, though, right? When we looked in the laundry chute from above, it should have said something like, hey, you noticed something stuck in there. Oh, by the way, dryer's not running anymore, dudes. Stopped running. Maybe we can open it. You tug on the handle, and the dryer door pulls open immediately. All right, so see, this is one of those things about adventure games. Sometimes you come back to a place where you were before, and things changed. And when we were here before on the last one, this door, this was running, and we couldn't do anything about that. We couldn't open the door. We couldn't do anything. Now, time has passed, I guess, and here we are. So, let's look inside. Look. The dryer is empty. Clean. You reach in and grab all the fuzz in the lint trap. There is no trash can nearby, so you subtly drop it on the floor and kick it nonchalantly under the dryer. How many of us have done that? All right, so we can open the dryer and we can open the washing machine, right? So. But our clothes are gone. You know, we had our clothes, but now we can't pick them up. So there's something we probably got to wash in this washing machine, but it ain't our clothes. Let's look at this haunted mask. This is the title of an R.L. Stine book. Look, the scariest mask you've ever seen. Just holding it, you feel drawn to its power in an uncomfortable way. It's dangerous. Okay, let's wear it. You guys want to wear the mask? If you know the R.L. Stine book, you know what happens when you wear the mask. We're going to wear it anyway and see what happens. You pull the mask over your face. Something doesn't feel right. You yank the mask off and find that you're gasping for air. What is this thing? Aha. It's a haunted mask, guys. For our patrons, we reviewed the first episode of the R.L. Stine TV series this year from the 90s. And guess what the first episode of the R.L. Stine TV series was from the 90s? The Haunted Mask. It's the whole story about this mask and what happens when you put it on. And you should check it out. It's a little scary, but it's perfect for Halloween, and we reviewed it for our patrons on the podcast. It's a really cool episode, and you can find it up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube sometime and type in Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask, and you'll find that episode, and you'll watch it, and it's all about what happens to a woman, a little girl on Halloween when she takes this mask from a mask shop and puts it on. It starts to have an effect on her. All right, so we've got a mask. We know when we put it on, it's scary, and so we ended up taking it off. So maybe we have to put the mask on something else later. Who knows? Guys, our inventory is just getting huge now. All right, let's look at our list. All right, so according to my list anyway, one of the things I definitely had wanted to do was to try to washing the clothes. That didn't work. I mean, we got the mask. That's good, but we don't have clothes to wash anymore. So I guess we don't have to wash any clothes. And I can't think of anything else in our inventory that we might need to wash. We got a picture frame now. That's good. We found a new area upstairs. Let's move into this dark room. All right, this is a dark room for developing photos. And if you know anything about developing photos, you know there's a 3-stage process, all right? And I'll show you what that is. This is a bottle of developer. It brings out the dark areas of the image. This is a bottle of stopper solution. It neutralizes the effect of the developer on the photograph. And this is the fixer. It ends the development process and cleans the chemicals on the paper. So, yeah, what about the boy, H? You trying to tell me something about the boy? I'll let you get it out while I take this photo paper and try a little harder to maybe develop the photo. So let's use the photo paper on the tub. Carefully, you don't want to expose it to the light. Okay, so what's going on? It doesn't want to be used on the tub. Guys. This is the clear liquid. This is also filled with a liquid. I mean, this would be doing it in the wrong order, but we might as well try using it, say, on the water. Nope. We can try using it on this tub. Nope. And we can try using it on this tub. And that is a resounding no. Okay, so we don't need to develop this photo paper yet. We haven't taken any pictures with the camera. I'm really curious about the camera. I sort of feel... Oh, put the mask on it. All right, we'll try with the mask. Real quick, I'm going to save. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll try it anyway. I'm not sure why we would need to put the mask in these tubs, but it's always good in an adventure game to try everything, even if it seems a little weird. Okay, now, it doesn't look like I can use the mask on anything. All I can do is look at it or wear it. Those are the only two things. So either this mask is just going to sit in our inventory and be creepy all day long, or it's going to be something we need to wear to scare somebody else or to do something else, I guess. Huh. All right. So anything else you guys can think to do in here before we move on? I think I might have tried to use this container to get some water from the sink. You can't see much reason to put that in the container. It's perfectly fine out here, so... Well, that's a bummer. All right, so one thing we haven't done is use the camera. There might be a good place in this house where we could take a picture. Where would you like to take a picture? Real quick, H. Oh, good point, Steph. If there's a big room that seems suspiciously empty, maybe we take a photo of that and maybe takes a picture of something, some ghost or something like that. Your backyard is as peaceful as ever. The back door is unlocked, allowing access through the outside room. So, in the backyard, there was a hole down here with a can in it, but we can't take the can. This was just where our key was last time. We can shake the cola can, and there's nothing inside of it, so we just leave. And we couldn't do anything with the barbecue grill, where we seem to be done with the sand pit, and we can swing in the tire swing, which was fun. You giddily jump and run into the tire. As it flies forward and you lean back, you close your eyes and can't help but shouting, "Wee." One of my other ideas, guys, was that we could actually revisit that street where either the school or that street where the truck had crashed. But this is what the front of our house now looks like. Very creepy and haunted. Couldn't really find anything else to click around here. There's some scary gargoyles up here, but they're not doing anything. They look extremely realistic. Almost as if they could drop down and attack at any moment. All right, so we'll move to the door. Enter the house. What if we try taking a picture of the ghost, huh? Should we try that? Let's try using the camera here. Once again, I'm going to save the game before we do anything crazy. And we're going to use the camera on, I guess, the ghost. Let's see what happens. Woo! You center the subject and snap a picture. A moment later, the photograph slides out. Oh! This is an instant camera. I thought this would be... Look at it. Ghost 2. A Polaroid photo of the brunette boy in your entryway. He's listening to a portable cassette player. Oh, so are we supposed to take photos of the ghosts in this game? And then that gives us clues? Like, we look at it and it says he's listening to a portable cassette player. So that must mean that, that he needs, again, to hear a cassette player. Which I swear is in our room, but... apparently it's not. Maybe we try putting the photo in the frame, but it honestly it looks too small for it. This is like a Polaroid picture, and trying to use that in the frame. That's not what photographs are for. What do you mean? Photographs are not for putting in photo frames? I have a bone to pick with the writers of this game, guys. Like, they got a little lazy. They give you these generic answers for things that, you know, that you do. By the way, I'm going to take some coffee. Sorry, real quick. They give you these generic answers for things that you're not intended to do. What they should do is give you specific answers for specific things you try to do. Like, oh, the photo's too small for that photo frame. Something like that. But, no, doesn't work. All right. Well, now we know we can take photos of ghosts. I wonder if we could take a photo of that old lady. You guys want to try? See if that gives us some clue. Because I'm still kind of wondering if she's supposed to be there. You know, maybe we're supposed to vanquish her somehow. Let's go back to the first floor. Let's go back into the entryway to the dining room. And shoot, why not? We'll take a picture of this gal. All right. We have 4. No, we have 3 now left. All right. Use the camera. Ooh, should I save first? Let's just save first. Always save first. All right. Because we only have 3 left. We don't want to, like, accidentally use up all of our photo things. Come on, bud. Use the camera on the scary lady. Ooh, we did it! A moment later, the photograph slides out. What does it say? Aunt Dahlia, look. A Polaroid photo of a strange woman in the dining room. She's holding a glass of prune juice. Use the photo? On Aunt Dahlia? Do we show her a photo of herself? You hold that out to Aunt Dahlia, but she's not quite sure what to make of it. She grins sweetly to be polite. Well, duh. Aunt Dahlia, it's a picture of you. What do you mean you don't know what to make of it? You say some of the pictures are broken? Which pictures do you mean? Do you mean the pictures in this room? Let's see. I can't click that. I'm looking at the plates. Decorative plates. Oh, take? You gingerly lift a plate off its pegs and hide it away amongst your things. I do not remember us being able to take the plates in here, guys. So let's look at it. Decorative plates are a common collectible item among women your mother's age. That's all it says. All right, so guys, guess what? Now we have a plate. What? Do we use the plate to deflect the laser from the robot or something? I don't know. All right, so you say out in the hallway some of the pictures are broken? All right, let's go back there real quick and see. You mean the stairs, right? Let's go to the stairs and see. Oh yeah, because this one's missing a head, right? Oh. You can't shake the feeling something is missing from this painting. Right! Oh. Good point, K-Man. So actually, we are supposed to not be putting a whole other picture up here. We're supposed to be completing this picture, right? We need to put a head on this guy. So perhaps the haunted mask? I mean, oh no, we can't use that. We can only use it on ourselves. We can try putting one of these other pictures up there. Use the picture of Aunt Dahlia on the blank space. That's not what photographs are for. Okay, I don't think any of these photographs. I'll try it though. The photograph of Ghost 2 is not going to work either. I mean, it shouldn't. All right. Yep. All right. So, do we have anything else that looks like a head in here? No. 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 There's the shrunken head. I suppose we could try putting the shrunken head there. You guys want to try that? Or the hat on the blank space. You hold the shrunken head forward and you feel it vibrate. No, that's what we use just to ward things away. Any other ideas? The mask? Yeah, we can't do the mask because the mask doesn't have that option. When we go to the mask, the only options are look and wear. There's no use option. So we're not going to be able to use the mask on anything, I'm afraid. But we can only put it on. But we did think to maybe put it on to scare Aunt Dahlia, right? I mean, we could try that in the next room. Let's just do that, right? All right, so let's come back to this. K-Man had a good point. Now we need to figure out something that's kind of like a head, I guess, to complete that painting. All right, I think Aunt Dahlia is through this way. All right, we will wear the mask in her presence. Let's see what that does. You pull the mask over your face. Uh-huh. And nothing's happening. Ooh. We're just wearing it, guys. We can talk to her. A toothy grin spreads across the woman's face before she speaks. There you are, Todd. Come give me a big kiss. What if we give her a kiss while we're wearing the mask? What happens? Give kiss. You hesitantly walk to the woman, then lean in to kiss her wrinkled cheek. It's clammy and loose. She smells like dust, mothballs, and some spice you can't describe. That's better. Now your Aunt Dahlia poured you a glass of prune juice, your favorite. Down the hatch. Oh, we're not going to drink it. We know we're going to die. We will decline her invitation. No, thanks. I'm not thirsty. Oh, is that any way to treat your Aunt Dahlia? Your mother wanted me to look after you today, and you're already misbehaving. Do you guys think that's true? Are we suspicious, or do we demand proof? Oh. We never got this far, guys. Let's demand proof, huh? If Mom sent you, then what's the password? The password? I think you're a little too old to need a password. Your mother can trust you to pick out a stranger, can't she? Oh, do we trust her? No, of course not. We back away. You're right. I can pick out a stranger. You put some distance between the woman and yourself. You're a stranger. Leave me alone. I'll be waiting here when you learn some manners. Dudes, we have the mask on. And should we try drinking the prune juice while we have the mask on? Will it have a different effect? Guys, there's a placemat we can take. Oh, we took that last time. Why wasn't it in our inventory? Gripped by panic, you immediately tug at the mask, desperate to get it off your face. But the mask won't budge. It's wrapped around your head. Your vision goes red, and you feel different. Your thoughts are jumbled. Oh, guys, this mask is not cool. I think we could die with this mask on. Unless there's a way to take it off. And I don't think there is. I mean... Oh! Do you know what? The battery in our cell phone is dying. What if we use our cell phone... What if we call Mom with our mask on? Call your mother and the phone rings twice before she picks up. Hi, honey. Honey, can you hear me? Hello? Try turning up the sound on your phone, sweetie. How about now? Turn up the volume, okay? Just listen, okay, honey? Just listen. Turn up the maybe it's just a bad connection. She hangs up. Well, that didn't work. We could try calling our brother. You dial your brother's number. Just a busy signal. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Do we use the mirror on ourselves? With the mask on? Use the mirror on... Oh, there's no way for me to click myself here to use the mirror on myself. We could use the mirror on the woman. Hold out the mirror, but she's grinning. Could we use the mirror on the... In the... I feel like time is not on our side here with this mask. The longer we leave it on. All right. The ghost sees us with the mask on, right? Talk to him. Oh, he just says the same thing. What if we go up to the... What if we go up to the bathroom where the... We go up the stairs. And we go into our room. And then, say we go into the bathroom. And we look in the mirror in there. Look in the mirror. You take a good look at yourself in the mirror. Fixing a few uncooperative hairs. At least you don't see any pimples. What? This mirror is totally denying the fact that we are wearing a freaky mask that is probably going to kill us. Can we steam the mask off, guys? Let's turn on the faucet. Yeah, this ain't happening. This ain't happening. I mean, I don't think... I don't think the mask is going to help us with the shrinking room. I don't know if wearing the mask while the toy robot... Oh! What if the mask deflects the laser from the robot? Let's see. All right, here's the robot. He points a laser blaster right between our eyes. Well, that's where the mask is. Use dish soap, huh? Oh, on the mask, right. To kind of like pull it off. I mean, it's a great idea, but I don't... All right, let's see. Right now we got a robot in our face. Let me just try using this decorative plate on the robot. Just for fun. You won't be intimidated by a toy. You chuck the deco plate directly at its head, but it bounces off. Lasers. Laser beam. And we did, guys. We did. All right. We're dead, but we're still wearing the mask. Oh. All right. So there's something we got to do with this mask, guys. Or else the game wouldn't put us here. I thought the game would restore, you know, to us maskless. But actually, here we are, still with the mask on. Is there something in this game we can intimidate while we're wearing the mask? Who else is around? It's just the woman, right? And this ghost? What if we go outside with the mask on? Oh, this is the basement. Yeah, Gary's thinking we might need to load from the home screen before the mask. I kind of want to agree. Unless going outside, we're on the porch of the house. Go to the street. Let's just explore this possibility for a moment. If we retreat back here, guys, you can see how everything's like getting blurry and stuff because of the mask. We continue back here into the pipe tunnel. All right. Uh-huh. And we're here. What was that about? Maybe the rabbit came back. Said we hear a sound. All right, we're going to go deeper into the woods with the mask on. You feel like you're being watched. You glance around and can't see anyone, but you're certain someone is here, is watching you. We can move to this tree path into the woods. You feel like there's someone lurking just out of sight. You look at the trees. The rest of the trees are backed away from this one like they're giving it space. We look at the canopy, and the branches stretch so far out they nearly block out the sun. The thin rays of light make the clearing seem magical. See, I thought maybe in our magical clearing we'd be able to get rid of the mask. And there's just this hole where we dug up something earlier. We turn and head back. You feel like you're being watched. Once again, we backtrack to the bridge. You approach the bridge, but pause. There was a rustling in the bushes just now. Something's not quite right. Guys, what? It seems life behind the haunted mask finally caught up with you. Your body seems perfectly unharmed. You're just not in control of it anymore. And we're dead. Oh gosh, we're back in the mask. So I feel like probably we're supposed to wear the mask, but we just don't know what we're supposed to do while we wear the mask. I'm at this school. We can go back into our school with the mask on. Then the only place to go is out, and there's our locker, which we can open. Take a photo of ourselves in the mask. Oh, that's an interesting idea, Steph. But there wasn't anything that really acknowledged that we could see ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, I would think, okay, go back to the mirror and go back to the mirror and take a photo of ourselves in the mirror. But when we even looked in the mirror, it just said, you got pimples. All right, the only other... You approach the bridge, but pause. There's something rustling. It's like, come on. Bushes. Look at the bushes. There's nothing. Whatever's making those noises isn't in here. Is it in here? Is it at the bridge itself? It's sturdier than it looks. It's lasted your entire childhood. If you wade in the creek, it says you happily splash around. And you also smell funny now. Guys, I don't know. I don't know what's in the bushes. That rabbit used to be... Oh, trees! Climb? You don't have time for that now, but you could totally climb it, to be clear. All right. Cross the bridge and head deeper into the woods. Feel like you're being watched. I'm kind of starting to feel... As you reach the tunnel, the sound of splashing footsteps freezes you in place. Who's there? You don't see anyone. Maybe the rabbit came back? Ooh, do we take a photo here? See what happens? Use the camera on drain pipe. It's probably not worth wasting film on that. Oh, well, that's comforting. So now we know that the game is not going to let us take pictures, waste our film, basically. All right, so this was the old street, and this is the crashed truck that kind of started this whole mess. Let's go to the moving van, and we'll see if anything's changed in here. There's still all this stuff inside, and I don't see anything that we can. There's a portrait here that we can't take or do anything with. There's a scarecrow that we can't really do anything with. There's this globe that we can just look at and spin, which does nothing. There's this glowing canister, which it says there's something, and we just opt to keep our distance. There's nothing we can do with it. There's a label. It's addressed to a Mr. Goulberg. Name doesn't ring a bell. Empty box. Weird. This one's entirely empty. It says books on the inside. What if we try putting a book in the box, huh? Will that work? You open the book. No. All right, that didn't work. Box is here. Full of socks and underwear, probably. The sarcophagus. We can't open the coffin. We struggle with the handle, but it won't budge. I don't know if we ever tried to pry open the sarcophagus with the screwdriver. You pick at it a bit with a screwdriver, but it doesn't do much good. I don't know if we tried to use the spade on it. All right, guys. So, I am out of ideas. I am completely out of ideas. What do you guys think? I'm feeling like we have so much inventory. We're wearing a mask that's eventually going to kill us. You know, I like Gary's idea. I think we just restore the game. So we cut back out to the main menu. All right. We quit out to the main menu, and that allows us to load the game. All right. And now before we put the mask on. Now, remember we can pick this up. I think this was before we took the placemat. This was before we took the plate. Okay. So now I think we're caught up with everything since we saved the game. And I'm going to save the game again. And we still have the mask. We haven't put it on yet. Okay. All right. So here we are. Go back to Grandma and try to drink with the mask on. Okay, well, we've saved. All right. So let's put the mask on again. There's no harm in this. All right. We'll try putting the mask on. Wear the mask. All right. So now we're wearing the mask. Now, let's drink this. You plug your nose and take a big gulp out of the glass. It goes down easier than you expected. After a moment, your vision grows cloudy in a wave of exhaustion. You feel incredibly weak. Wrinkles stretch across your hands and arms. You struggle to think of a way out, but you're just so tired. You lie on the floor, ready for a nice long nap. Yep. I think Gary might be right. The mask might just be an Easter egg. Maybe we're not really meant to put it on. Maybe it's just a reference to the story. And now you have an idea of what happens in the story when you put the mask on. It starts to take over you and become you. Kind of like possesses you. It's a pretty good story. Okay, guys. I think I've run through my ideas of things to do here. I have nothing else. I think I've tried everything I could think of. Aside from starting to burn random things downstairs. I don't know why we can't develop that portrait in that photo paper. I feel like maybe one more thing. Oh, Gary, you read The Haunted Mask. How was it? How did the book compare to the episode of the TV show that we saw? Was it about the same? All right. Anything you guys want to try cleaning? Do we want to... Let's look at this placemat real quick. Frilly placemat brings the class to any dining occasion. I'll try using it. Oh. Doesn't quite wrap around it. Oh, are we supposed to wrap it around something? Let's try opening this door. I feel like this photo paper needs to be developed. I feel like we're missing this bit here. This photo paper needs to be developed. The problem is we might be doing it wrong. I can look at the bottle. The stuff's already, the chemicals are already in the tubs. Do I use the tongs on the photo paper first? Use the tongs on the photo paper. Oh, you pick up the photo paper and prepare to develop it. You've never done this before. Maybe you should get some information first? I don't know. Tub. Ha! Guys, this is so crazy. So, we couldn't put the photo paper in the tub, but if we put the tongs on the photo paper to put it on the tub, suddenly it works. All right, so you carefully place the paper into the developer. All right, that's what happens. We look in there. The photo paper sits in the developer tub. An image is starting to take place. So if we look here, I'm telling you what this does. This stopper neutralizes the effects of the developer. So what happens if you've never developed a photo before, and I have, you wait. You put it in here, and the chemicals make the white parts of the paper flake off everywhere that the light didn't hit. I'm sorry, yeah, that the light hit. Okay? So everywhere the light hit on this undeveloped photo paper, those bits flake off. So should we just, I guess it's just saying the same thing over and over again. It's not like saying that it's getting better and better and better. So maybe we just pick it up now and put it in the next one. So we use tongs on the tub. You pull it out of the developer to find a solid black square. Oh, shoot. You get the sinking feeling you messed up the process. If only there was some way to start at the beginning. Ha! Thank you, game. You took us to the beginning. So we waited too long. All right, that was the problem. And that's what happens. If you wait too long, then every part of that photo becomes black. So, say we put that in the developer. All right, we look at it. An image is starting to take shape. So now we pick it up, maybe? More quickly. You pull out the photo, but there's not much of one. The image is super light. You get okay. What? Do we have to guess how long it needs to be in there with no other clue? Like, it would be nice if the game said, every time you looked at it, oh, the image is looking better. It's looking better. All right. So we looked at it once. All right. We'll look at it a second time. Now we'll pull it out. How about that? Once, twice. Guys, what is going on? All right, you know what? This is a point in which I sort of feel like we're either missing something or the game is going to be really picky and force us to, like, figure out how long we have to wait before developing it. Problem is, there's no clue. It's not like we can see an image on the paper. Gary, you think you wait 30 seconds? All right. All right, why don't we time this? Was there a book up in Dad's study about developing photos? Do you remember there were some books up in Dad's study that said stuff? Do you remember that? All right. 1, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The image is super light. Was it looking at it that triggered the... This is so weird. You know what? Real quick. Let's go to Dad's study. I think this portal can make this faster, right? This can take us upstairs. If we go into the laundry room, and then we go to, I think it's this top door up here that leads us upstairs. Yeah, I agree with you, Steph. I think we need to look at it a certain number of times as well. So, I feel like, though, we shouldn't have to guess, right? There should be an answer in the game somewhere that tells us. So, that's the guest room. Let's go into Dad's study. There were some books in here that we looked at that told us various things, and I'm wondering if I forgot if one of these books actually happens to be about developing photos. This is a bound on mythical creatures. This is a manual for a cassette player. This is a book. What? 2 books on mythical creatures. Oh, that's a different volume. This one, obviously sticking out, is a thin book about ghosts and famous hauntings. And this is a novel. Oh. I was kind of hoping there'd be a book in here about... Play the piano. Alright, you know what? There are times in my life, as much as I said, it's more fun to puzzle through things. And think about it. We figured out a lot of stuff here. I would not mind getting a hint on the photo paper just to know if we're on the right track. Gary, you did look up. Maybe there's a way you can do it without spoiling anything else, like just like Google Goosebumps the game developing the photo or something. And we can get an answer. Would you mind doing that? Because if we just need to look at it a certain amount of times, that's pretty mean, game. There should be a clue. There might be a clue, we just don't know where it is. Gary, you doing that? I don't know. So anyone can do it, really, if you guys want to try Googling and seeing if an answer to that question, because I'm really thinking this stupid game. While somebody looks it up for us, I want to check out this room one more time. You try pushing and pulling, but nothing will open this door. It's being held shut. You need to have the photo in each tray for 1 minute. Thank you, Steph. Chilling and eating ice cream. That sounds like a blast. I should get some ice cream. I should get some ice cream. What are you doing, K-Man? You eating ice cream too? All right. I think this is unfair. I do not feel bad about looking this up because how else were we supposed to know? Did it tell you, by the way, Steph? Did it say anything there about why, where in the game we were supposed to learn that we're supposed to look at this for a minute each? And we literally have to do it for a minute. Like, I've got to time this. Like, I've got to look up a clock somewhere. This is not cool. All right. All right, we're... Sometimes adventure games are mean like this. They're a little obtuse. Okay, how am I going to time this? I've got my phone here, and I'm going to time it. Can't believe the game is making us time this. It's pretty unfair. It's very, I mean, it's a 10-year-old game, but even still, it's way too modern. Okay, so we're going to start a timer. Stopwatch. All right, putting the photo paper in the tub. Starting this now. I got my clock, my watch going. And after a minute, so it's been 10 seconds. I can't believe there's no... I can't believe there's no in-game clock or any hint whatsoever inside the game that says you need to put the developer. All right, let me tell you a little bit about developing photographs, guys. First of all, it is like magic. When you do it in real life, it is one of the most magical things you will see. You expose this paper to light from the film that you took in the camera, and it exposes the paper to light, but the paper is still white, right? Oh no. All right, so 57, 58, 59, 1 minute. You carefully remove the photo. Now what? Ha! Okay. All right, reset the clock. Now we put it in what I think is the second one. Let me look at this real quick. This is the stopper. Yeah, it neutralizes the effect of the developer, and this should be the fixer, I believe. Fixer. Yeah, it ends the development process. All right. So, use the tongs on this, and we're going to put it in the second one. All right. Start the clock. Okay. So, anyway, this is what you do. You put it in that, and then what you can't see here, but which is really awesome, is, like I said, those parts where the light hit the paper start to flake off. And so they turn black. But it's, it's microscopic flaking off. So it's really, really tiny. All you see is suddenly this image, just like magic, starting to slowly appear on the paper, right? It's slowly appearing on the paper. And if you wait too long, like, all of that's going to flake off, right? But, and then you just get a black paper. We're at 35 seconds. But then, once it gets to the point where you like it, where the image is dark enough that you like it, you quickly put it in the fixer. And the fixer stops that process from happening. It's like a total chemical process. It's like the magic of science. Really, really amazing. And then you put it in the other one, which is kind of like ends the whole thing like forever. All right, 1 minute. All right, we picked it up and lifted it out of the paper. Now what? Oh, all right. Now, obviously, you put it in here. And this is a chemical. It's like the finishing solution, right? Oh, stop, reset, start. Okay, we got a minute. And then when you're done, you wash it. You put it in water and you just wash all those chemicals off of it. And now you have this just like, I mean, whoever figured this out, and you can Google that. I mean, it's not like it's a mystery. But whoever figured this out was a genius. And it really does look like magic. And this is one of those things that, when we walk around doing digital photographs and everything all day long, you just don't get that anymore. And I mean, it's a pain in the butt. And you have to have a dark room. And you have to have these chemicals. And they have a particular smell to them and all that stuff. But, gosh, it's fun. I think everybody should do this at least once in their life. Not in a game like this that makes it weird. All right, we're at 50 seconds now. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. All right, tongs on the tub. As you gingerly remove the photo paper from the fixer, you realize you have a legitimate photograph. Now what? Well, now we save the game really quick. And then, I think we put it in the tub of water. That's usually what you do. You put the photo and you wash it off in the water. Let's see if that works. Yep, you place a photograph into the photo wash and summon up all your patience. 5 minutes pass, and it looks like you're done. You can take your photograph. And that we shall do. Do we just take it, or do I need to use the tongs? Of course, I got to use the... You should probably take it out about now, it says. All right. We take out the developed photo. Almost done. And like you said, Steph, we now need to wait for it to dry. All right, and we just put it up here. on the clothespin. Put the wet photo on the clothespin. You clip the photo on the line and wait for it to dry. You took a class in high school, Steph, right? Yeah. You know, I never got into photography in high school, and I wish I had. I mean, I got into photography later. I got into videography, especially in college. But it was when I was teaching in Japan. You know, that stereotype, about Japanese people are all about cameras. They make some of the best cameras in the world. It was totally true. And one of the teachers that I taught with, one of the Japanese teachers, one of my colleagues, he knew that I was into photos, photography, videography, and he was like, how about film? Do you ever do film camera? And I said, I would love to shoot with a film camera and develop my own photos sometime. So he loaned me his camera. He bought me some black and white film. I went all around and took photos of everything I could around the school and stuff like that, and around where I lived. And then we went into the dark room, and he taught me how to expose the photo paper, how to develop the film, then expose the photo paper and make my own prints. And it was just so magical. It was so great. Anybody else ever actually developed a real photo before? It's so cool. You can only do this process with black and white photos. If you want to do color photography and develop it, you can't really do that yourself. You got to go someplace that has a machine, because it's a much more complicated process. You have to have like a big special machine for it. You can't just use 3 tubs of liquid. All right. Do we need to keep it on there for a minute? Because I think it's probably been about a minute. Let's have a look at the photo. Wait, it says. You hum the song that's been stuck in your head all day. And now take. You pull the photo down off the line. It was a lot of work, but the results are worth it. Look at this. It's a photo of a head. K-Man, are you still there with me? I have not heard from you in a bit. You developed this yourself. It's a picture of someone's head. What do you suppose we need to do with that? I have an idea. All right. Yes. This was K-Man's idea, and I think it was a smart one. We're going to go back out to the pictures. And use the photo of the head. You guys ready for this? On the blank space. You admire your hard work. Photo development always seems so complicated, but this wasn't so hard. What? Oh. We probably got to put it in the frame first, right? I assume. Use the photo on the frame. You slide the photograph into the frame. A perfect fit. You now have a framed picture. Now, we have a portrait we can use on the wall. You cautiously set the portrait onto a hook in the wall. It takes a moment to convince yourself it's hanging straight. It doesn't look at all like the picture that we developed. But there it is. Look at the portrait. At least it fits with the others, you guessed. That's something. Open. There's an open option. You tap on the photo and it swings open, revealing a compartment hidden in the wall. All right, the logic behind this wasn't quite sound, but anyway, we'll go with it. What is in there? A chess knight. It's a chess piece. Take the chess piece, just in case it's useful later. You're darn right it's useful later. You found the secret compartment after hanging a portrait over it. It's definitely an improvement. All right, well, video game logic, guys. You find a secret compartment because you put a portrait on the wall. Now we have a chess piece. It looks like we can finish our chess game. All right. Yay! I agree with you. All right. This is exciting. We are deep in thought, hunched over the board. So we have the queen there, we put the rook there, and we put the knight here. Is that what we do? Or now that we have the knight, do you guys think it's a little different? Let's put the knight there and see what happens. You place the knight on the board. Nothing happened. You must have placed one of the pieces wrong. All right. All right, my chess masters. These are the spots we can put the pieces. Where do we put them? to put the queen, the king in check. Remember, these are white pieces, so we're trying to put the black king in check, right? And I think this right here is the black king. I know that putting the rook up there definitely puts the king in check, like, immediately. Okay? Now, to keep him in check... All right. The knight here is not... We need to make sure he can't move to, for example, this space. And the knight would keep him from doing that. So let's put the knight there. The knight would keep him from moving diagonally, right? Because whether he goes to either of those two white spaces there or there, the knight will prevent that. The king can't move to this space because the rook, he's still in check. The only place the king could move would be here. However, if we put the queen here, then he is in checkmate. King can't move, and he's a goner. You place the queen on the board. I think this is the right solution, guys. You ready? With the final piece in place, you hear a small click as the lower compartment slides open. Guys, if it's another chess piece, I'm going to be very disappointed. Ha! A cassette player! Music player, it calls it. It's one of those ancient cassette-type players, you think. Even Chad never had one of these growing up. Well, I did, and I don't appreciate my childhood toys being called ancient. You take the cassette player from its compartment. All right, and we look in the drawer, and looking at this open compartment, you feel a sense of pride in solving the puzzle. Guys, how cool is this? We have a cassette player. A Walkman! Chaos Dude! Chaos Dude, welcome to the game. Maybe you've been here all the time, you've just been lurking. But here we are with the Walkman. It's not a music player. But, guys, I don't think there's a tape in here. Yeah, use it at the ghost and just throws it at his head, right? I mean, we got to put a tape in there, right? I assume there's not a tape in there. I won't. All right. I just have this sinking feeling that, yeah, you hit play, but nothing happens, it says. You must be missing something. Where could the cassette tape be? I have a sinking feeling that the cassette tape is in a pile of toys. Oh, one of Gary's buddies. Nice to meet you, my man. You must be a fan of the podcast as well. Am I right? Am I right? I hope so. All right. Yeah, these are all toys. If we look at them, we trigger the ghost. I'm just going to look and back out just to see if there are any options besides look for anything. Nope. Nope. Is this a drawer here? A dresser. Open the dresser. You pull open the drawer. We didn't do this before. What's inside? Film! Oh, more film. You load the film into your camera. Nothing else inside. What's this? No. Some squeaky toy. What's this black thing? Nope. Oh, TAU. That's Tau. Tau? Okay, Tau. Or do I call you Tau or TAU? Those dots are suspicious between your name. I'll call you whatever you want to be called, man. People should be called whatever they want to be called. Call me a liberal, but I believe people should just be called what they want to be called. Is that so hard, folks? Is that so hard? This is a life lesson for everyone. Okay, TAU. Gotcha. Welcome, TAU. All right, so let's see. Furnishings. Here we are. I would have written it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, got it. TAU. Well, welcome, TAU. Thanks for writing it that way so that I suspected as much. And thanks for confirming. Toys here. And yeah. All right, so yep, here we are, guys. It's there's no cassette tape here. I just sort of feel like once we vanquish the robot, we'll be able to poke around in these toys, and there will be a cassette tape in there. It's not guaranteed. The cassette tape may be somewhere totally different, but that's what I think. Yeah. I might as well plug the podcast while we're here. You should check out our podcast. We review one horror movie every week. Even people who don't like scary movies tend to like our podcast. We have at least a few listeners who have reached out to us who have said, I don't like scary movies, but I love your podcast because what you do is you recap the story. And when you recap the story, it's like I get to hear the story of the movie without actually watching it. So, people want to know the stories, right? People might still be interested in these movies. They just can't sit down and watch the thing because they're too scared. I'm not saying that's you, TAU. I'm just saying, that could be anybody. So, anybody listening who might think, I don't want to listen to a horror movie podcast, I tell you what, we have reviewed more than just the scariest movies. We review old movies that really aren't so scary anymore. We review kid-friendly horror movies, which is what we've been doing a lot this month. We call it gateway horror. It's horror movies that aren't that scary, but they're kind of fun. It's a way to experience monsters and stuff like that and get into horror movies later. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Oh, yeah, that is one of my favorites, actually. Yeah, we do all kinds of things. Dr. Caligari, that is a classic. Did they remake that, or are you literally talking about the 1920s German impressionistic silent film, Dr. Caligari? And if you are, mad props to you for that. It actually is an amazing movie that still holds up today. But yeah, we cover more mild movies and things like that. That's what B says. And anyway, you can listen to the podcast and at least hear the story or hear about the more mild movies. We not only recap the movie, obviously, but we talk about it in depth. We talk about the production history behind it, who's in it. We critique it. We talk about, is this dumb? Isn't this? Is this not? The special effects, how these movies are all connected to each other, kind of its place in history. We keep it at a pretty tight 1 hour, I think. We try to keep it moving and flowing real fast so that there's no filler, just good quality content. But we have fun, too, and we laugh a lot. So check out our podcast. Just go to chainsawhorror.com. You can see down below. It's scrolling by, or you can, I think it might be in the description as well, or it will be after I'm done here. And subscribe to us anywhere that we have podcasts. You can just Google Two Guys and a Chainsaw, and that'll show up anywhere. And you can subscribe to it however you subscribe to podcasts. Or you can go to YouTube right here and find our YouTube channel and play it. There are video versions of it as well. Don't Look Now is a fantastic movie. Donald Sutherland died fairly recently. Well, within the last year or so. Year or two, I guess. And so, we always tribute people, too, as well. We have a lot of tribute episodes of actors who've died. We'll go and find and see if they've been in a horror movie. And if they have, we'll review it as a tribute to them and their career. So, yeah, we do a lot of fun special things on the podcast. And this is one of these things we don't do very often, but I thought it would be kind of fun to do for the holiday season. Thank you, Steph, for subscribing. If you've subscribed to the podcast, please send a message out there and let everybody know. All right, guys, what should I do next, okay? We have a cassette player. We know we're supposed to get the guy with this cassette player. We know there's got to be a cassette somewhere around here. I think it's in the toy room, but we haven't figured out a good way to vanquish the robot, right? I know what you're talking about, Steph, because in the 80s, a lot of robots had, cassette players in them, or they were powered by a cassette, and there might be a cassette inside the robot after we beat it, but I have no idea. Thanks for the sub, H. I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub. Betty White tribute pod. Yeah, we did. What did we do, Steph? We did Lake Placid for that, where she curses up a storm. Love Betty White. All right, Gary. You know how to defeat the robot. You looked it up. That's totally fine. Give us a hint. Do your best to give us a hint without telling us exactly what to do. That's the kind of clue I want. But don't make it too hard. I'm not that smart. Does anybody else have an idea of how to defeat the robot? Do we wrap it in a doily? Do we poke it with prongs? Oh God, of course it's an item in our inventory. I tried throwing the plate at it, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, guys, let's go through this real quick. Oh, the phone's almost dead. Do you see this? Is this going to be a problem for us later? Current battery power is 0. Okay, so actually our phone is dead now. Go back a page. Okay. Oh, Gary, you're so good with the hints. Okay, guys. Is it the talisman? Is it the sticky jelly? Is it, do we whack it over the head with a shovel? Do we give it a pass? Do we use the remote control at it? Oh! That could be a thing? I mean, I think it explicitly says it was for the TV, but what do you guys think? Everyone, all right, you send me your best guess, all right? And that's what I'm going to choose. Somebody out there, K-Man, somebody. Gary has told us it's on this page. Let me know which of these items we need to use on the big scary robot, okay? I'm gonna trigger the robot right now. Get it wet and short it out. Could be. Like use the soap bubble on it or this prune juice. Jelly. Steph says jelly. All right. Steph thinks the jelly is going to gum up the works. H says on the car. You think we use the truck on it? All right, this is the jelly. All right, I'm going to go with the jelly jam and try to gum it up. You chuck it at its head, but it bounces off. All right, that didn't do it. All right. Kenji thinks we just need to... Oh, H thinks we need to... Oh, it took us back out here. That's mean. Come on. I don't want to have to do this every time. All right. All right, I'm going to save the game right here so that we can just load it and be in the room already. All right. Look at the toys. All right, here we go, guys. I'm trying the truck, the dish soap, and then the remote, all right? And then I'll bet Gary is just laughing hysterically. The toy truck bounces directly off his head. All right. Load our game. All right. Dish soap. Boy, sometimes this is how these adventure games are, right? You just get so desperate, you try everything. And at least we know it's an item on this page. I don't know about the dish soap. It's going to make some bubbles that, like, refract the lens away from my head. I didn't expect this. Oh, way to go. You empty the entire bottle of dish soap at the Annihilator's feet. It attempts to walk towards you, but the soap proves too much. Okay, so it wasn't about deflecting the laser, which I think is cheap. It was about keeping him from walking towards us. It swings its arms and legs rapidly, trying to regain its footing, and falls flat on its mechanical, stupid face. Oh, we pick it up now? Look at the toy robot. If the robot seemed angry before, he's certainly furious now. Fortunately, he can't even see you. It's too slippery for him to stand back up. There's a panel on his back that could probably be popped open. So probably, I assume, with the screwdriver, yeah? Let's try that. We'll use the screwdriver on the toy robot. You carefully unscrew the panel on the back of the robot. Steph, you might have been right. Oh, they're batteries. These batteries are what power the robot. If you remove them, he should cease to operate. Take the batteries. You pop the batteries out of the Annihilator and pocket them. The robot abruptly stops moving without another sound. And now we have batteries. Should we use the batteries in the Walkman? I kind of feel like maybe the Walkman's missing batteries. Let's use them here. You pop the batteries in the cassette player, each one sliding into place. Cool. So now we have power to our cassette player. Or was it Shannon? Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon. I thought it was Steph who had mentioned the dish soap. Yeah, holy crap. Holy crap. You know, the laser thing is a big red herring, plus the fact that, come on, the fact that it's shooting a laser at you, like everybody knows, you just bounce a laser back with a mirror. That should at least give you some kind of note. Also, I'm disappointed. You imagine it'd be comfortable to dive right in and fall asleep. Like, something's like flickering here, but it's nothing I can click. It's just the toys. Oh, guys. I really thought a cassette tape would be in this mess. Now all we do is imagine diving into the toys. We can't actually... Oh. All right. Well, we've powered the... We have powered this. I'm just going to do some wild pixel hunting here on my bigger screen. The bed's pretty old, but none of your family's guests have complained. If I choose sleep, if you're going to catch a nap, do it in your own room. All right, so does anybody have any ideas where we're going to find a cassette tape? Because I'm out of them now. Look at the furnishings, nothing. Look at this, nothing. I'll real quick go back into my room. Go back into our room here. I think these drawers can't open. None of these can open anymore. So we move into here. I think we looked at the bed already. Oh, did we look under the bed? No, there's no looking under the bed, I guess. This other drawer can't open. We looked in the nightstand. We looked in the drawer. This suspiciously red-looking thing is just a red herring. There's nothing clickable there. Oh, boy. No, you're right, Steph. Maybe it was just missing batteries. Let's play it. Let's see what... You know what? Why am I assuming there needs to be a cassette in there? There might already be one. All right. Let's go to the ghost. Let's go to the ghost. All right, let's play the music for him. All right, ghost. All right, guys, if this does it, this could unlock new things for us. All right. Use the music player on the young boy. That's not funny. You made him sad. We teased the ghost with a cassette player that has no tape in it. You hit play, but nothing happens. You must be missing something. Yeah, so we were missing batteries and, of course, the cassette tape. Do you guys have any idea where to find a cassette tape? Yeah, in the bathroom, we did turn on the shower and the sink for steam. And it steamed up the place, actually. Oh, we didn't do the sink, though. Did we? We just turned on the shower? Oh, maybe we need to do both? Oh, that's a good idea. I feel, Steph, like I clicked all over Dad's study, but we can go in there again and see. Because we might have missed something. All right. Into the bathroom. All right, we're going to try this thing again. First thing we did was turn on the shower, and that started to steam things up. I guess we could also try turning on the sink at the same time. Oh, hot water begins pouring out. Oh! Shannon, you're batting 1,000 right now. You are batting 1,000. So we just didn't have enough steam in the room. All right, so now we look at the mirror. It's completely fogged up except for this one spot. Somebody wrote a message with their finger. It says 108, 1943. And there's a smiley face, but it doesn't mention that. 108, 1943. All right. Perfect. 108, 1940. I'm going to turn this off because it's just too steamy in here. We were halfway there with the steam. Way to go, Shannon. Oh, should have known, I guess, that the room needed more steam. I should have seen that the animations were not going entirely to the mirror, I suppose. 108, 1943, right? Oh, God, was that what it was? 103, 1948. You guys remember what it was? Somebody should... 108, 1943. Okay, yeah, thanks, Henry, for writing that in the text. Oh, the game's nice. And it actually kind of punched that in for us already. In a little thought bubble. Not the poster. We're going to use a computer. We open our favorite search page and think of subjects to enter. Oh! Ha! Photo, music, dogs, and chess. All right, well, we figured out the chess thing. We figured out the photo things. This is where we would have gotten the answer to the photo thing, guys. Just, you type photography. You find the third result on an enthusiast how-to site. The site has two main sections. And the section on developing says, use your photo with tongs. Always place it in the developer. You want to leave it for 1 minute exactly. In the stopper, 1 minute. Fixer, 1 minute. 5 minutes. Okay. Wow. So the game actually does give us instructions in game. We just did not figure it out. Well, let's find music. You type music and hit enter. Your first result is your favorite digital music marketplace. You click on the search bar. Let's search for it. For several empty moments, you stare at the search bar. No specific songs or artists are coming to mind. Must be the weirdness of the day. Oh, so somehow we need to figure out what this kid's favorite song is, right? I guess. You've more useful pages than your downloadable music shop. What's your next search term? Dogs? You type dogs and hit enter, shivering at the thought of today's earlier incident. After scrolling through, there's an information hub. You're presented with 3 options: breeds, social, and feeding. Okay, let's choose breeds. The breed is comprehensive if you self-consciously select poodle. The images look vaguely similar to the canine you met earlier, but none have quite the same insane gleam in their eyes. So earlier, yesterday, we found a poodle that was kind of, a woman was walking and kind of tried to attack us. Appropriately, there's also plenty of useful information about the breed and everything else you could ever want to know about poodles. Nothing about insatiable bloodlust. You question Fifi's pedigree. Probably not a poodle. Let's choose social. Socially, dogs operate in a pack structure. At the top of the pack is the alpha, the strongest in the group. Alphas are established after a show of power or ability. Aha! We might need this later. We might need to show some power to Fifi to make ourselves the alpha. When faced with proof of an alpha's strength, weaker animals have no choice but to submit. This is common behavior in most pack animals, certainly all dogs and similar species. Oh, I think this was a clue on how to beat that creature that we beat earlier at the tree, remember? The big dog-like creature. Tired of supermarket foods filling your beloved pet with chemicals and byproduct meals? With Yum Pet's new veterinary-recommended scientific well-development formula, those days are over. We start with whole proteins, nature's healthiest. We add 'em wholesome fruits and vegetables. Benefits your pet's coat, energy level, and ear health. That's it. No chemicals, no wheat or soy product. It's an advertisement. Under social, for some reason. I don't understand why. Okay, that's all the dog information we can take for the time being. So, we know the photo one. We figured that out. We know the chess one. Now, and I think we must have solved the dog one already because it has vanished as well. In fact, I'm going to make this one disappear because we already did this. All right. Music, dogs, and chess. All right, back. Dogs reappeared. What's going on here, game? All right, so music-wise, do we have to record some music? We have to find out the kid's favorite song and then record the music and go? Okay. Well, let's put a pin in that and let's exit here. Now we have a little bit of information. We can record some music onto the cassette player, probably. I guess if we had a blank cassette, or maybe there is a blank cassette in there. We just need to know the kid's favorite song. So we can go back and talk to the kid, maybe? But also, Gary said, for the cassette, you have to complete the text string with the old lady. So there was certainly... Oh, yeah, that's what Gary said. Okay, so let's go to the old lady and get a cassette from her. Question is, how do we complete this string? All right. Or thread, as some of us call it. Text thread. All right, talk to the old lady. Come give me a kiss. We give her a kiss. It's clammy and loose. That's better. Now prune juice. Down the hatch. We decline the drink. We know that, or else we will die. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. Your mother wants me to look after you. You're already misbehaving. We demand proof. Mom sent you, then what's the password? The password? I think you're a little old. Your mother can trust a stranger. I see. I think we backed away, and we said, leave me alone, and she said, waiting here. So maybe we try talking to her again. This time, we give her a kiss. And we We decline the drink. And then we demand proof. And we trust her. She presents an interesting point. You are getting older now, and you can be trusted to make decisions. By the way, guys, this is a really bad idea for all of us kids here. It's nice to have an aunt who gets it. Okay, I'm listening. You take a seat at the table. And Dahlia nods. So, tell me something about my dear niece. What type of music do you like? Guys, what type of music did he like? Or she? I guess it was a... sorry, I thought that was a boy out there. Slow... Oh, we're the niece. Sorry, we're the niece. Do we like slow or upbeat? Do you remember what kind of music the kid liked in the hallway? Was it slow or upbeat? Slow. Okay. I like slower stuff. Oh, really? That's a shame. Oh, let's change our mind. Nah, just kidding. It's got to be upbeat. Well, now, I found an old cassette tape. Would you like to give it a listen? Of course. Listen? Sure, why not? A little music might just be the thing. I think this belonged to a boy who lived here years ago. Yep, we knew that. You two would have gotten along. He has good taste in music, too. All right, well, listen. I can't wait to hear it. Oh, and you will. We'll listen very soon. With a flourish, Aunt Dahlia picks up your glass and presents it to you. Just have a quick sip of this first. What? Oh, but we can't. Do we do it this time? Will it be different? I think we still have to decline or we're going to die. I think I get what's going on here, guys. She's not going to give us the cassette tape until we drink the prune juice. So we need to find a way to replace the prune juice with something else. Some other purple liquid. Right? Like that purple liquid that we found in the fridge? That's got to be it, right? Then we replace it, and then we take a drink. We say, okay, we drank the prune juice, now give us the tape. Right? Right? Sorry, Aunt Dahlia, I don't like prune juice at all. What a rude child. If you're going to act like that, I don't think you deserve to listen to this cassette at all. She turns away, allowing an uncomfortable silence to settle over the room. All right. I think I have an idea what's going on here. I think we need to use that container to suck the prune juice out of the cup. You can't see much reason. Okay, well, how do we get the prune juice out of the cup? All we can do is look at it and drink it. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we just need to use the purple liquid. The prune juice. You feel like pouring out the juice would just create a sticky mess, and that's the last thing you need today. Do we knock it over? Oh, gosh. I'm slightly off. Gary knows I'm on the right track, because thank God, Gary, you gotta... I feel like you're right. We would never get through this without at least a few hints. Oh, the sponge! We use a sponge to soak it up, yeah? Use the sponge on the prune juice. You squeeze the sponge, holding it as far away from yourself as possible. That didn't work either. Maybe we just give Dahlia the purple stuff, or we drink it in her presence, and she thinks that that's what we're doing. All right, I'm going to save the game here. Can you look? Yeah, I looked at the purple liquid. What did it say? Some kind of purple liquid. The label's been torn off, though, so there's no telling what it is. It could be more prune juice, I suppose. Put the sponge in your mouth and then drink it. That's pretty smart, Steph. Talk to her again. Okay, Gary says talk to her again. Gary, I think Gary's going to guide us through this. All right. Give me a kiss. All right. Clammy and loose. Down the hatch. We're going to decline it. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. Oh, no, I'm not thirsty. You're misbehaving. Demand proof or... Oh. H, that's a good idea. We're going to demand proof. If mom sent you, then what's the password? The password... We're just going to say we're going to trust her. I'm listening. What type of music do you like? Upbeat? Oh, I think so too. What sound do you prefer? Oh. Funky or loud? I think funky. I like anything that can work its way through my body. If it makes me want to dance, it's a good song. Well, now, I found an old cassette tape. Would you like to give it a listen? Listen. Sure, why not? A little music might be good. This belonged to a boy. Listen. I can't wait to hear it. Oh, and you will. She picks up the glass and presents it to you. You start with no way, huh? Oh, gosh. I'm going to decline it. All right. This is another game that, no way. I'm not going to kiss you. You aren't sure what to say. You shake your head. Oh, is that any way to treat your Aunt Dahlia? You apologize or you're suspicious. What should we choose? Apologize. Sorry, Aunt Dahlia. That's okay, child. Sit down and have some prune juice your loving aunt saved for you. We decline this. No thanks, I'm not thirsty. Perfectly all right, maybe later. She relaxes in her chair, rests her chin casually on her hand. Let's talk for a bit. How was school today? We'll give her details. There's a lot going on. This is going to take a while. Well, there's this kid Brand in my English class. He used to be okay, but lately he's telling people things that are not true. You ramble on for several more minutes. Are we going to put her to sleep? And it's like, if that's how you feel, just tell me to my face. I don't have time for all the drama. Really open up. Glad to have a sympathetic ear. You begin to confide in Aunt Dahlia. I just want to be taken seriously, you know? Like, it's so hard at this age. But after a very thorough dissection of your social circle, you realize you haven't given Aunt Dahlia any time to interject. Are we going to let her speak or keep talking? I say we keep talking. You assume as if she had anything to add, she'd speak up. You continue. So Valerie, the girl who always wears hats. So we had this art class together last year, but lately... Time passes as you talk, and you notice Aunt Dahlia starting to nod off. Her eyes are half open, and she's not really focused on you. Do we continue, or do we sneak away? We continue, yeah? No reason to stop when you're on a roll. You keep talking, diving into the first subject that comes to your mind. Your voice echoes strangely down the adjacent hallways of the otherwise silent house. Your story is rudely interrupted by a very loud, sharp snort. Aunt Dahlia is asleep. Snoring, in fact. You weigh your options. Oh, we're just going to let her sleep. You sink lower, careful not to make a sound. There's no telling how deeply she's sleeping. Free of the woman's uncomfortable glare, you can turn your attention back to the room. Now, where were you? We're saving the game is what we're doing. All right. So, do we take this cup out of her hands and fill it with something else? Look at the glass. She's holding a glass, but you can't tell what's in it. Look at the old lady. She seems to have dozed off. You could probably mess with her if you have a good idea for a prank. Oh, so we're going to look at the prune juice. And we're going to somehow get the liquid out of it. Yeah, wall of blather. T-A-U. Do we... All right, so guys, how do we swap? How do we swap the? Do we use the magic hat to make the prune juice disappear? Oh shoot! She woke up. All right. We're going back to our save game. Because it's the only way you can load a save game. Alright, guys, she's asleep. How? Alright, H says, put the prune juice in the empty container. Okay, so, I got the empty container here. Use it. On the prune juice. You can't see much reason to put that in the container. It's perfectly fine out here. I can see a reason. All right. Oh. Gary has an idea. Or Gary knows. We put something in her glass. Yep. Put something in her glass, and then we get her to drink it. Probably she asks us to drink the prune juice, and we go, you first, or something like that. Okay. So, what's our prank? We put the purple liquid in her glass. Yeah. Use that in glass. Being careful not to make a sound, you lean in front of Dahlia and pour the bottle contents into her glass. She awakens with a start and resumes sipping at her glass as if nothing happened. After several sips, Dahlia realizes something is wrong and begins coughing. Looks like the prune juice works both ways. Ha ha ha! Look at her, she's so angry! What did you do? She collapses on the table, clawing toward you. You little punk! How dare you! Too late, Aunt Dahlia. Or are you really my aunt? Look at her, see? She's doing what happened to us. You notice a loud hissing sound slowly building from deep within the woman. She falls to the ground and begins to melt out of existence. Nothing remains in her place except a small cassette tape. That's all she had on her, huh? This is such a game. Oh, I'm glad we have walkthroughs. Thank you, Gary, for the help with this, because I honestly don't know when we would have figured this out. I guess this is proof, though, and it's true with these adventure games. You know, when it comes to dialogue trees, if you haven't really gotten anywhere with someone and you think you've gone through all the options, you need to go through again and try different combinations. But I thought that was highly convoluted. Yeah, no. Gary, don't apologize. Thank you. It was really smart to do that. I'm just like, I cannot abide these lame hard puzzles. All right, but now anyway, everything else we will be super smart and take care of immediately. All right, so here we go. We're gonna use the cassette tape in the cassette player. It won't shut. You turn them both over in your hands, searching for the one detail you missed. Aha! You try flipping the tape over. Yep, it was upside down. It fits perfectly now. And we use it with the boy. Are you guys ready? Here we go. What's going to happen once the last ghost is gone? You press play. Funky tune plays from the speakers. You guys hear that? The boy smiles, swaying back and forth to the rhythm. And he disappears, his presence bounding away from the house. A drawer directly above you unlocks with a loud thunk. I think I know which door that is, guys. I think that's the door with the jump scare behind it. You nervously ascend the stairs to rooms unknown. I know, I'm excited too, Mr. H. You turn at the top of the stairs, heading across the landing, and I bet this door is now unlocked. Let's save it first. All right, here we go. We're gonna lock the freaky door with the claw marks. Open the big door. You open the door to your parents' room. A whole new room, guys. Hopefully it won't shrink on us. We stalk into the master bedroom. I'm gonna go at this for 45 more minutes. All right, 45 more minutes, and then we're done. Hopefully we can finish the game in 45 minutes. I think there's no chance. All right, there's an overwhelmingly creepy twist on your parents' bedroom. Oh, yeah, it's kind of creepy, all right. Let's see. Look at the bed. Usually it's your parents' bed. Right now, you're not so sure. It's best to assume the normal rules apply. No jumping. We know that. There are candles here. Pillows. Look at the pillows. The biggest, comfiest pillows you've seen in a while, which means they're probably slobbering monsters of some kind. It's possible. These swords. Look at the swords. 2 crossed swords hang from the wall. Now we're talking. Take the swords. You attempt to pull the swords off the wall, but they won't budge. What a shame. They'd make today a lot easier. There's artwork. Artwork on the walls is different. The signature says Claude Moaning. Is this another R.L. Stine book reference? Claude Moaning. All right. A chair we can do nothing with. There's a window. Let's look at the window. A large window is the most striking element of the room. Mom loves to open it on humid summer nights. Should we open it? You undo the latch and swing the window open. Oh! Guys, one of the gargoyles. He's got saliva. Look. A thick gummy liquid is slowly dripping from the gargoyle's fangs. There's an option to taste the saliva. I know, right? There's an option to taste the gargoyle's saliva. Do you want to taste the gargoyle's saliva? That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. But let's see what happens. You hold your tongue out to catch a drop of the jelly. It tastes decent enough, but then things take a disastrous turn. Your tongue feels especially heavy at first. Then you feel your facial muscles locking into place. You try to run, but you can't move anymore. You trip and fall, solid to the floor. You turn your head just enough to see the truth. You've been turned to stone. Fair enough, Steph. Fair enough. All right, guys, you know what? If you're into gargoyle saliva, you should be into gargoyle saliva. All right, here we go. We're going to use this container on the gargoyle saliva. I want some of that for myself. I'm going to turn some things to stone. You hold out the empty container. Do you hear those sound effects? Making sure to catch several big bloopy drops of the substance as it runs off the gargoyle's mouth. This is a very descriptive game. All right, so now we have a container full of gargoyle saliva that turns people or things to stone. Stephanie Stone, perhaps? Everyone's going to get stoned. Artwork on the walls. Yeah, it's all this artwork is the same. We can get gargoyle saliva, but we can't take down swords. That's so disappointing. All right, there's a trunk here. We're definitely going to open the trunk. Let's look at it. It's a big trunk full of valuables. You assume you've actually never opened it. You locate the chest combination lock. You'll need to input the correct code. Oh, guys. We need to find a code, which we obviously haven't found. There's a chest of drawers here, and I can't even click on it? What the heck? What the heck, game? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yeah. Candelabra? Can't click on it. Rug? Look at the rug. You stare at the rug, hoping for answers. None are forthcoming. How many times have I done that in my life? All right, there's a closet. You used to hide in your parents' closet as a kid when you got scared. Today, you're more afraid of what might be lurking in there. Are you guys ready? Let's open the door. Jump scare time? As you approach the closet, it slides open on its own. It's a portal. It's a portal! Ugh. I'm going to assume it's a port. It's the last door. Let's move there. Closet draws you in. You can't be sure if you passed through the closet or the closet surrounded you. And here we are. I think we have opened, as far as I can tell, all 4 of the doors in this portal world now. Drift away. Yep. Well, this is slightly disappointing. I know you think that the combination is 108-1943, but unfortunately, it must not be it. We must not know the combination because I can't actually input anything. I can't, like, type anything in. I think if we knew the combination, it would appear in a little bubble, you know, like if we had discovered it elsewhere in the game, just like it did on the computer. Once we saw the mirror fog up and the code appeared, the game remembered it for us. And when we went to the computer, we didn't have to type it in, right? It just showed that we now knew the password. and it led us into the computer. So somewhere in this house is a combination that we haven't found yet. All right, guys. This is the parents' house, the parents' room. The only thing we were able to do here... Well, let's try sleeping. Sleep on the bed. You lie down, hoping to find the comfortable grooves you're accustomed to. They're not there. The bed is seriously uncomfortable. Oh, okay. We check under the bed? Nope. Nope. Is this it? Really? All right. Well, we got a portal. We got a trunk we don't know how to open, but we did get some saliva that's going to turn things to stone. Okay. And, of course, we have this room back here that we know is shrinking. Boy, I'd love to get into that attic. Let me look at the wall for a second. If you didn't know any better, you'd swear it just moved. Now, I think I'm just going to try it. In case something's changed. Climb up to the attic. Will we be faster this time? Do we have to, like, grease things up with the jelly or something to make us faster? Do we have to jelly up? Or do we have to, like, put peanut butter on the wall to slow it down? As you scamper to freedom, the walls close around your foot. Yeah, it didn't work. We still have to, peanut butter on the wall. Or maybe we can jam something in to the wall. Use the plate on the wall. Something inside you wants nothing more to fling the plate as hard as you can. You fight the urge. Somehow you fight the urge. And then the wall closes on us. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We play music. It's going to distract the wall. It's going to make it dance away. What do you guys think? Will that work? Steph says turn the wall to stone. Let's just use the saliva on the wall for fun. You start to drip a bit of the gargoyle saliva out of the container, but have second thoughts. Better not do that until you're positive. Positive. Like Bruce positive. COVID positive. All right, Gary has no other ideas. Okay, guys. We got about 30 more minutes to go with this game, I'd say. And let's go back and look at what we have. We have dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are the autumnal lawn scent. Ha! I don't know if that's going to be helpful. We have detergent, which promises to get your colors bolder and make your whites smolder. We have an odd photo that we found. It doesn't look familiar or useful. There's still some kind of banging happening. I'm just not sure where that's coming from now. Originally, it sounded like it was coming from the door. Hear that? Markings on the floor. Go into the shrinking room. Oh, I want to get to the attic so badly. Maybe we can show the wall a reflection of its face. Was there some R.L. Stine book about a... Oh, do we use a talisman? Oh. Use the remote control to stop it. Wedge. Do we wedge a toy in there or the shovel? I feel like it's going to be something more clever than that. Yeah, this incredible shrinking room. I wonder if it has to do with something with this pipe. You know, when we hit the pipe, it makes the wall move. We look at the wall, it makes the wall move. We do anything in this room, it makes the wall move. We go up, it makes the wall move. I don't know a way to make the wall stop moving or to end the magic of this room. We could try holding out the shrunken head. That didn't do it. All right, let's leave here. Our phone's just totally out of battery, by the way. If you look at this phone, your phone is dead. You'll need to find some way to charge it. Yeah. So we don't even have those clues and those maps and those things. Yeah, the pipe, right? Like, what if we busted the pipe and we could knock the pipe over and maybe the pipe would, like, help pry open the... Like hold open the wall, you know what I mean? Like all Star Wars-like. Let's try the shovel on the pipe. The spade isn't... Oh! The spade isn't the right tool for the job. Is that just the spade's normal... What about the screwdriver? You wedge the screwdriver into the coupling and use leverage to open it up. It doesn't take much. The pipe bursts open and gobs of gross goop gush out. Now do we go upstairs? Or that will kill us. As you scamper to freedom, the walls close around your foot. You struggle, but grinding close to much to bear. Okay. Oh, we turn the goop to stone, right? To hold the wall open? If so, this is super convoluted. Is that what we do, though? Yeah, you're right. Make it solid. Make it solid. All right. So use the screwdriver on the pipe. Make the goop come out. Oh, this game. And then we use the saliva, which makes things turn to stone, on the goop. You hurriedly open the bottle and empty its contents into the green slime. Tension hangs in the air. The spots the gargoyle saliva touch solidify, hardening into gray stone. The effect spreads until the entire floor is covered in petrified sludge. That's going to keep the walls away. You're right, Steph. It was still the least convoluted solution once we knew to break open the pipe. Nice work, guys. This is why we have friends. This is why we play with friends. All right, let's climb into the attic. With one last push, you throw yourself into the attic. Oh, this looks creepy. The attic is about as spooky as you'd expect. Dirt, grime, cobwebs, and a big ornate mirror. I'm going to save the game. I see our reflection in the mirror. Should we look at it? Do you think we put the haunted mask on and look in the mirror? It's the most expensive mirror you've ever seen. The frame is extremely ornate and metal. Iron, maybe? The image has a depth to it that you've never experienced. I wonder. Let's look around here. A piñata! The colorful remains of a piñata lie broken in the corner. Let's examine the piñata. No thanks. If you're that desperate for candy, there are plenty of other options. Cavity City comes to mind. You hear muffled laughter. Here's some boxes. It's just a bunch of your old junk. Well, let's search. You sift through the boxes, giving each one a cursory glance. Nothing jumps out at you. You feel an icy hand on your shoulder. Dude, those eyes just opened up. Guys, what's happening? Should we search these boxes? I think we're going to have an experience here for a minute. There's a bike. Let's look at the bike. Mom's old exercise bike. She put herself together, and that was enough of a workout for her. She's been here ever since. Your reflection shudders for a moment. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Oh, guys. Do we show the reflection its own reflection? This ghostly mirror? Do we use the mirror on the mirror? You spin to face the reflection, holding out the hand mirror you've been carrying. The image shudders, and a crack explodes across the glass. A faceless voice screams, the mirror shatters, and everything falls silent. That was just a wild guess, but that worked. Real quick, I want to see what would happen if we didn't do that. Just real quick. Play the game. Load the game. All right. Let's just click it. Look at the mirror. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the... Oh, floor. Jump. You make one big leap, slamming your feet down on the floor. The dust explodes upwards into your eyes and nose. There's that muffled laughter. We look at it and examine the piñata. Cavities. Yeah, this guy. Search the boxes. Reflection shutters. Look at the mirror. Your reflection in the mirror isn't moving. You wave your arms back and forth, but it simply stands there, staring. Your reflection lifts its arm and points directly at you. Oh, the reflection reaches its hands together for your neck. Let's just let it happen. A spasm racks your body rigid and topples to the ground. Unable to move, you roll your eyes, straining to see your assailant, but all you see is the mirror. Ah. Cool. So reflection gets ghostly and hurts us. Okay. Well. Let's do the mirror thing again. I'll wait until it wakes up. Muffled laughter. Sound the piñata. That was hilarious, right? Right, H? So good. All right. He's opened his eyes, and now we know what to do. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Use the mirror on this thing. Spin and face it. I guess the ghostly, scary reflection can't handle its own reflection. What is behind the mirror? Goosebumps. It's a Goosebumps story called Let's Get Invisible. You used to read Goosebumps all the time when you were a kid. Of course, you knew that dummy on TV looked familiar. It was Slappy, the evil ventriloquist dummy. Take the Goosebumps. You pick up the children's horror novella and notice the author's name, R.L. Stine. If only you had a way to get a hold of him somehow. Maybe he'd know what to do. If his Goosebumps monsters are real, everyone's in a lot of trouble. You'd better get to the mall. Really? What? Right, because Slappy appeared on the TV earlier and had said something about the mall. All right. Cobwebs. Spider made these as it must be enormous. You hope he's not still around. All right, guys. I'm kind of disappointed because there's an old TV. We can take the old TV. What are you going to do? Just shove a bunch of TVs in your backpack? No, you wisely decide just to leave it here. All right, first of all, I can't even see this TV, not even on my own screen. Which makes me think maybe I'm missing something else, which is irritating. We can jump on the floor. And I wonder if that did anything, right? Like, we jumped on the floor a couple places. Do you think maybe that shook something downstairs? Oh, yearbooks, look. A stack of Mom and Dad's old yearbooks. They were high school sweethearts, so these probably have a lot of sentimental value. But as far as you're concerned, each one is just a book of memories you have no interest in. Mom and Dad would probably feel sad if they knew you felt this way. Good thing you're not around. They're not around right now. Gosh, this is blackness. This is really just a clicking thing. All right, I'm pretty sure... I'm not sure. There's a racket. It's a tennis racket. You can't see from here whether or not it's in good enough shape to use. And they're not going to let us do anything else with that racket. All right, so I'm going to kind of assume that jumping on the floor might have done something, and that we've kind of examined everything in here, and this Goosebumps book is going to be handy. Let's get invisible. Used to have so many of these books. So, or maybe it's going to unlock the mall for us? I don't know. You walk downstairs, feeling much lighter than you have since arriving. The rooms are all still off, but it feels less like a haunted house and more like your house again. You hop downstairs, mind racing for a way to reach the mall, when a solution stumbles clumsily through the door. Have we really solved all these mysteries? Chad. Of course it's Chad. You slam directly into your brother as you leap down the stairs. He barely seems to notice. Hey, Todd, glad you're here. You see all this crazy stuff going on? The music. It's not spooky anymore. We ask about Chad? Yeah, let's ask about Chad. I know, right? You okay? Not really, he says while looking around, making sure the coast is clear. I realized something about Mom and Dad. Why they been acting so weird lately? And I ask, they're monsters, or do I ask for a favor? Let's ask for a favor. Look, I kind of need a favor. You in? What kind of favor? The evil dummy from the Goosebumps book is real, and he's at the mall. I need to get a ride there so I can stop him somehow. That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard, but whatever. Look, the point is, Mom and Dad have been lying about me this whole time. I'm not really their son. I need proof so I can blow this whole thing wide open, and you're going to help me find it. My birth certificate should be upstairs in the master bedroom in a chest. You devise a plan. Look, I'll go get the birth certificate for you. But you have to drive me to the mall afterward. It's really important. Sounds like we have a deal then. You'll get the birth certificate. So my fingerprints are nowhere to be seen. And I'll drive you to the mall afterward. Good. Remember, the certificate's upstairs in Mom and Dad's room in the trunk. The code to unlock it, he knows the code, is 1992. Well, this is almost a pointless little quest, really. You nervously ascend the stairs to rooms unknown. It still feels spooky. I don't know what they mean when they say this isn't spooky. You tromp up into the first hallway. Oh, no, it wasn't this hallway, sorry. It was the other hallway up here. And this is their bedroom over here, right? On the right. Yeah. You creep stealthily into the master bedroom. 1992. See, here we are. Okay, you're back in the master bedroom. Chad wants what's ever in that big chest. Hopefully a jump scare. I'm going to save the game real quick. Just for fun. Just for funsies. Open it up. Thunk! The trunk's lock disengages and its lid pops open slightly. You lift it the rest of the way. Let's look inside. It's a big trunk full of your parents' nostalgia items. Among other things, your brother's birth certificate's in the trunk. That must be what he was after. You carefully roll up the birth certificate and head downstairs. Is that all that's in there? That's all that's in there, guys. It's too much. You return to the hallway. All right, go downstairs. Once more down the stairs. And now Chad. He has a wild theory about his upbringing. Let's see if it's right. Look at the birth certificate. Your brother's birth certificate clearly indicates Mom and Dad are his parents. Well, whatever. There we go. You happily present the birth certificate, eager to receive your end of the bargain. Is Chad going to fulfill his end of the bargain? Oh, guess I was wrong, he says sadly, poorly hiding that the air has been knocked out of him. Chad shakes his head. I was so certain, man. You clear your throat. So, about that ride to the mall? Oh, right. He's certainly shaping up to be a pleasant companion. If it's that important, let's get going. He leaves the house, shuffling to his car while you follow. You hope that the drive improves his mood. Well, I guess we leave. I guess we go into the mall. Oh, no, that's the basement. No. I don't want to go to the basement. I don't want to go to the basement. Nope. Let's leave. Leave the basement. All right. The vibe in here. We go outside. Wacky Chad. It's a little incongruous, isn't it? This wacky music with all the lightning and spooky house behind it. You're standing outside the haunted version of your house. Your brother Chad's there too. He looks confused by the whole ordeal, and so am I, by the way. But you can tell he's trying not to show it. All right, Chad, take us to the mall. Still need a ride? Carrie didn't need the extra miles, but... Are we going to go? We go to the mall, right? Thanks, bro, you say. He forcefully nods toward the car, quite serious. You roll your eyes and add, thanks, Carrie. Oh, he named his car Carrie. That's more like it. So, where's the old girl taking us? To school or the mall? School. Why would we go to the school? We can walk to the school. Let's just choose the mall. It's more interesting. Like I said, I have to reach the town center Galleria. I heard something about the mall being closed today. You sure you want to go? Yeah? That's the whole reason we're going there, remember? Duh, of course. I must have spaced. You both hop in the car and start toward the mall. Yeah, what's up with Chad? Dorky brother. The mall's parking lot's completely empty when you arrive. Slappy and his monsters must already be inside. You get out of the car, the door echoing as you shut it. Chad places his hand on your shoulder. Good luck in there, sis. I don't understand all that stuff you said, but these monsters around sound pretty nasty. If anyone can stop Slippy, it's you. All right. I guess we save. Looks like Chad is going to be our way around here. All right, there's a very prominent-looking water spot, I guess, that we can do nothing with. There's something I can't click. There are spaces. The lot is so empty, it's absolutely desolate. You'd never find slots this close in a regular day. A mall directory shows all the shops in the town center Galleria. Wouldn't it be hilarious if this game is just getting started and there are actually like 30 shops in the mall and we have to explore each one? Trash cans like this keep the parking lot clean. Search the trash can, because why not? Nothing useful in the trash, not even a hamburger. Like, if we had found a hamburger in the trash, would that have been useful? Would we have eaten a hamburger out of the trash? What do you guys think? All right, so it looks like the only way out is either to get Chad to drive us somewhere else or to... The elevator travels up and down through the parking structure. You have no use for it. So we're just going to go straight into the mall, guys. You approach the entrance to the town center Galleria. Can we even get in? You stand at the mall entrance, working up your courage to go inside. You can vaguely see someone on the other side of the glass. Oh, yeah. It looks like a samurai warrior or something. There's a tile. Look at the tile. This is the fancier entrance to the mall. On the other end, you could just go through Mayfield's. The carpet. What was meant to be a nice upscale detail is instead a grungy reminder of how many people go to the mall every day. The trash can. We will search it. In stark contrast to the bushes, it's spotless in here. They must have just changed out the bag. And there's nothing. Look at the bushes. Decorative foliage meant to spruce up the mall exterior. On both sides, apparently. And there's a keypad. Scanner. It's a security card reader and probably linked to the door. Well, guess what, guys? We have a security card, don't we? We, oddly, dug it up from beside a tree. Can you imagine if we didn't have this already? And we were like, I wonder how to get in. We need a security card. And it was like, go scare the monster and dig it up from under the tree. You pass the security card over the reader. It makes a subtle beep and the door slides open. Yeah, I feel like we're about to meet some danger here. I'm going to save the game. We're going inside. Open that. Oh, listen. You press against the glass, straining to hear the figure on the other side. Somebody's talking in a heavy, mechanical voice. Yes, sir. Nobody's getting in here without my security card. You can't even tell who's on the other end or what he might be saying. No, of course not. I gave it to the beast from the east for safekeeping. He will probably do something strange with it, but who's going to overpower him? No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Ooh. Yes, I'll keep things quiet until he arrives. Don't worry, Mr. Slappy. Who is Mr. Slappy waiting for? The door slides open as you approach, and you walk right in. Oh, I thought I'd see that guy there. You take 2 steps into the town center Galleria. You scan the area for any signs of... Oh, boy. The mall is closed for the day. Vacate the premises immediately. This is not a drill. Guys, it's mall security. But it's like a mechanical robot mall security waving its finger at me. I've been very naughty. The security guard roughly shoves you out the door. Next time, there will be consequences. Disciplinary consequences. When your head stops spinning, you collect yourself and consider the situation. You'll need to keep a sharp eye out for that security guard as you sneak through the mall. All right, so was that just introducing us to the idea of the security guard? Oh, he's gone. Okay, he's gone. So we'll go inside. And we need to keep a sharp eye out for him. Your footsteps echo for what seems like miles. Have you guys ever been inside a dark, empty mall at night? That has to be one of the creepiest things. Let's look at this trash. You casually glance into the trash can. It's full. What trash can? It's just a cup. I mean, there's a directory. Let's look at the directory. It lists all the shops in the mall as well as the payphones near the restrooms and my favorite, the food court. So there are payphones. Maybe we can call R.L. Stine and ask him what to do. So we go left or forward. Should we go left? Left says toys. Forward, I don't know. Let's go left. You decide to check out the massive massage kiosk. Massage kiosk? This is so random. You find yourself standing near the demo unit of the very best in massage technology. There's something over here. What is this? Pamphlet. Let's look at it. These pamphlets discuss the history and benefits of massage at length. Sounds like these machines use a revolutionary new technique. This might be worth reading later, so you tuck it away. Well, let's look at it right now. What revolutionary new technique do these massage chairs use? Something specifically called hydro massage. We know hydro means what? Water. So it's a water massage machine. Okay. I guess this will... God, this game is so convoluted. So random. There's something on the floor here. I mean, there's definitely something on the floor here. Are you telling me I can't click that? Okay. There's something here. Massage oil. It's massage oil. It relaxes the muscles and smells nice too. This is a kid's game, right? You pocket some massage oil. It was a free sample, right? There's something a little over here too, I feel like. Bright. What is that? Nope. A face uplifter. This sign implies this strange machine is a facelifter and that demonstrations are free. I'll bet if we put the mask on, this would take it off. What do you think? Before we use the facelifter, I'm going to save. Use the facelifter. There's no way you're going to put your face in a machine called the facelifter and turn it on. But I'll bet if I put a mask on and put my face in the facelifter, it would take it right off. What do you think? It might not be something we need to do right now, but I just want to test it. Okay, so the mask is on now. And we use the facelifter. Out of options, you sit down in the facelifter and lean forward so the mask is pressed against the machine. Crossing your fingers, you hit the on switch and grit your teeth. It worked. You're free of the haunted mask. You spitefully shove it to the very bottom of your bag. All right, so if we ever have to put the haunted mask on for a reason next time, we can totally do it and use the facelifter. That's good to know. Ads. Advertisements for some of the restaurants in the food court. Oh man, guys, we got a shopping mall here to explore. There's signage. You consider the pricing and options on offer. You know, this isn't the worst deal around. And there's a door. Look at it. This door leads to the employees-only catacomb that runs behind the stores. Well, of course we're going there. You're surprised at how much of a non-event this is. You're not sure what you were expecting, but it was just a hallway. All right, there are boxes here. Disassembled boxes from one of the shops. They probably forgot to take this out. There's a pallet. Let's look at it. Merchandise arrives on these. You can think of a million awesome things to do with pallets. Take it. You start to lift the pallet, but drop as a splinter thrusts itself underneath your thumbnail. Youch! It was too big to haul back anyway. Yeah, if we suddenly stuffed a pallet into our pants, I would have been shocked. You turn down the left hallway. Oh. This is a maze. What? You've completely lost your bearings. You give up and retrace your steps back out to the mall. All right, guys, so that's a maze. There's probably some way to go through it. Like forward 2 steps, right 1 step, left 2 steps, up, you know, something like that. Ugh. All right. Well, we are not going to do that, but we're going to try these massage machines after saving, okay? And guys, I'm only going to be on this stream for about 7 more minutes, okay? That will take... let's use the massage machine. You climb into the massage chair, checking every few seconds to make sure nobody's watching. Ah, that's nice. Huh, that was it, huh? Okay. You proceed back to the main drag of the mall. The mall is eerily quiet. You continue further into the mall. Ooh! You stop near the large decorative fountain at the center of the mall. There are coins, I think, flickering in here. Look at the coins. The fountain's full of coins cast aside in hope of dying. So many forgotten wishes. Well, we will take some coins. You pull your hand away. As soon as it touches the water, it's boiling hot. There's no way to reach those coins as long as the fountain is full. Not without burning your skin off. Oh, well, maybe then we use a weird sponge to soak up the water from the... What do you guys think? Do we use a weird sponge to soak up the water? Use weird sponge on fountain. You squeeze the sponge. No. I could try using it on the coins, but I don't think that would work. Do we still have those tongs? You ought to be able to use the tongs to pull the coins out, right? This sponge is very unsponge-like. All we can do is squeeze it. It doesn't seem like we're ever soaking anything up. All right. Let's use the tongs on the coins. Because this is very logical. Can we see the security guard later? Maybe. You clang the tongs to get... All right. We can't use the tongs to pull the coins out, even though that's a very logical solution. It says as long as the fountain is full of water. There's this, like... glistening coins just beneath the surface. And when we try to take the coin... I feel like there's a way to turn the fountain off. It could be a switch, or it could be we got to plug it up somehow, right? I wonder if we were to use the peanut butter. I know this sounds weird, but what if we use the peanut butter to like clog up the water? You know what I'm saying? You unscrew the lid and scoop out some peanut butter with your fingers. One wary taste confirms it's basically normal peanut butter, just purple. Okay, I guess that's not going to happen. I guess we'll come back to this. Oh, man, guys, there's a food court to the right. There's Cavity City, the candy place to the left, and then there's going forward. Where do you want to go? Do we go for some candy first, or do we go to my favorite place, the food court? Let's check out Cavity City. Thoughts of sour worms and chocolate are making your mouth water. The store is bright, colorful, and smells like strawberries. Definitely a candy destination. All right, there's a counter. It's been wiped clean, which looks good. You don't want dirty candy counter. All right, I guess these bottles and jars and things I can't really do anything with. Yep. Can we get some money out of the register? At this store, you pay based on the weight of the candy in your bag. You weigh things. You step closer to the cash register. First, you weigh the candy, then you pay that amount of money, then the register prints out a receipt. God. All right. So, are we going to be buying candy? Is that what we're doing? Look at the bags. You're supposed to fill these bags with all the candy you want to buy. Okay, so we take one of the bags. Candy, prepare to meet Todd. All right. Let's use the candy bag on some candy. Oh, gosh, guys, we can choose. All right, taffy, gummy worms, Swedish fish, jelly beans, candy corn, sugar caps, root beer barrels, gummy worms, sour belts. Oh my goodness. Chocolate pretzels. Oh, that's kind of my favorite. I really like candy corn, though. It won't fit in the bag. You suppose this bag's meant for candy and candy alone. What are you talking about? I'm putting it in the bag. What? Sugar caps. It won't fit in the bag. Guys. All right. For some reason, the candy bag that it admits is needed for candy and candy alone, when you try to use it on the candy, it says it won't fit in the bag. You suppose this bag's meant for candy and candy alone. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put candy in it. Oh my gosh, this game is so frustrating. I guess we're supposed to scoop candy into the bag? Like I'm supposed to use a scoop on the candy and then use that on the bag or something? I'll use the spade, because that's what I have, on the candy corn. You jab the spade at it ineffectually. All right. Well, honestly, I think this is the best time for us to save the game and exit. I think it's been 3 hours of playing this. It's getting late. We will probably do another, I don't know, we'll do another stream to try to play through this game a little bit longer. We're doing this in real time, and it's taken a lot longer than I thought it would be. This game is bigger than I thought it would be, but it's also, like, super frustrating. So, anyway, I'm gonna just see if we trigger the security guard, yeah? Because that would be fun. Oh, man, guys, there's more mall. There's a bookstore. There's a department store. There's an Edgefields. Oh, my goodness. Mayfields. There's a hunched figure. Okay, yeah, this game is going to go on for quite a while. So, my battery's low anyway on my Steam Deck. That's what it's telling me. All right, so we're going to save this, and I'm going to exit. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. It was so much fun. Yeah, K-Man, I'm looking forward to it as well. Steph, you're right. It was a fun stream. Gary, H, B, who else was with us? Shannon, if you're still there. Gary, thank you guys. Thank you so much. TAU, if you're still there, thanks for joining us. Thanks, guys. Remember, check out the podcast, chainsawhorror.com, and we will come back again to continue the stream, continue playing this Goosebumps game, which could take us all year. Cheers, everyone, and see you later. Bye-bye.